Goddamn.
Ladies and gents,
We're here.
he did it.
He fucking did it.
You know, today on this episode of the All In post show review, I knew I would say those three words. He did it. I was talking about Tony Khan, and I didn't know what context I would be saying those in. I didn't know if I'd be saying that
Positively?
smiling. I didn't know if I would be saying that angry. I didn't know how I was going to say it, but I knew I was going to fucking say it. But he fucking did it.
He did it, man. He made the right choice tonight. He actually made some good right choices, some really bad ones, but the main one tonight, he did it. He made the right fucking decision. Look at that.
Tony, you put us through about 9 or 10 months of this Death Rider title reign, or this Jon Moxley Death Rider era. And it was shit.
Oh, it was dog shit.
But I gotta say, if Tony did anything right, the first couple weeks and tonight was the best that the group has ever looked. And you ended it in a way that was so goddamn beautiful.
It was.
That audience that audience absolutely erupted. And I will say, for the second fucking year in a row, a lot of times, even nowadays, man, Tony Khan could turn out a dud pay-per-view, but he does not turn out a dud all-in,
No.
except for the first one. But last year, that was some of the best shit that I've ever fucking seen from the company. This year, I can confidently say that again. This is some of the best shit that the company has done in recent memory. Now, 2021 is an untouchable year. I'm not going to go there. But for today's current AEW and the current standing and the current landscape of AEW, holy fuck, man. You did a tremendous job with how you fucking ended that show, how you sent that crowd home. That was amazing. That was an amazing main event. That was an amazing moment. There was amazing returns. There was adversity in the main event for Adam Page. Everything. It was fucking. It was everything, man. It was incredible. It was incredible, and it was exactly what you should have went for, and it was exactly what they did. Again, hey man, that I gotta say. You know, they did an amazing job. They did an amazing job, man. This show, I would be very shocked if tomorrow night blew the things that were on this show out of the water. If I had a prediction to go with, I'm pretty sure Moxley and Hangman is probably going to hold up for the match of this weekend.
Oh, most definitely. I think it is gonna hold up for match of the weekend, man. It's definitely on that match of the year top 10 contender list, man. And or top how many we do.
Yeah.
But tonight, it had its faults. It had its boring moments, I'll give it that. But that main event itself, that whole main event from start to finish, was fucking incredible, dude. Mox, Hangman, everybody involved, man. All the returns we got to see, all the character moments we got to see. That main event was fucking amazing, and they ended the show off perfectly, man. And it ended up being good, you know, ended up being good in the end, and I'm excited to see where Hangman goes, man. But I'm glad we got the main event we got, and I'm glad we got the result we got in that main event.
Absolutely, man. I mean, obviously we've been watching AEW from the jump. So to see the original Adam Page moment, and now I could definitely say both of them made me teary-eyed. I really can't say enough good things about just how, like, damn near close to perfect his whole character has been in AEW, his whole just arc of everything that's gone on with him, you know, everything from, you know, him coming in and being the guy with all the potential, and the whole he felt overshadowed by the Elite. He was in a team with Kenny, then they fell off, and just the redemption into battling Kenny for the world championship. 1 year after he lost to him in a tournament for the very same championship. Everything from that, from him losing the title to him getting back with the Elite, and then becoming the deranged cowboy that we all fucking love, and then coming back from that in the whole Swerve feud. And when that Swerve feud started, man, everybody was fucking with it, but it obviously took a turn, man, and they did a double turn. They turned Swerve babyface and they turned Adam Page heel. At first, I just remember it being such a weird move to me, man. But then as we would get into that deranged cowboy character, obviously everybody fucking grew to love it. If you didn't love it from the beginning, you grew to love it. And then the whole redemption from that to today. It's been fucking incredible, man. It's really been remarkable. A very remarkable just attention to character, attention to detail, attention to story by Adam Page and by AEW, man, and by Tony Khan. It's been awesome, man. It's been fucking awesome. But man, that moment at the end is everything that they should have went for, and I'm glad they did it, man. I'm glad they did it. A lot of times in wrestling, there is a bit of a problem with pulling triggers, right? And I'm so glad that they crafted this whole moment, and they crafted this, like I said, this just story coming out of when he originally came back to win the Owen last year as, like I said, the deranged version of himself, coming back from that, and up until this point, everything they've done, and even building into All In, the whole storyline with Swerve, Will Ospreay, and Adam Page, and just what it took to get all those guys, I guess, sort of on the same page, and pretty much damn near to where fucking Will had to sacrifice fucking everything. We'll get into that in a little bit, to get the job done. It's been awesome. It has been one of the highlights going into this All-In build. Hasn't really been a lot of highlights going into the All-In build, but that was definitely one of them, man. And I cannot commend AEW enough for what they did with Adam Page's character, man. And the crowd reaction, man. I mean, look at that crowd reaction, and props to Jon Moxley too. He obviously went through a grueling fucking match, and he sold the shit out of that final, like, commentary said it as he was getting choked out at the end, but like they talked about the panic that was starting to set in, and like the way his facial expression sold that moment. Again, you legitimately would have thought he was fighting for his life.
Yeah.
And it just, like I said, man, the reign was shit, but man, I mean, those first couple weeks of the Death Riders and today, good stuff. I don't know what the fuck you did in between, but man, everything just came off so fucking awesome in that main event.
It did. Yeah, the middle of everything in that was really horrible, man. But the start of that group and the end was really amazing, man. It was really amazing. I'm intrigued to see where they take everything next, and I'm happy they made the right decision. And everybody looked great coming out of that match, dude.
Yeah. So, now that the Death Rider stuff is finally done, what would you say is the worst thing he has done? Now, to refresh your memory, his first feud was with Orange Cassidy. At least his first pay-per-view as champion was with Orange Cassidy. Then he went into the feud with Adam Page, Jay White, and what was the other guy?
Cope.
Was it who?
Was it Cope?
No. Was it Christian?
Might have been Christian.
What was the World's End main event?
It was Christian because he had the contract thing.
Yeah, and then it was Cope. And then it was Swerve. And then it was Hangman.
Damn. Worst thing, man. I think I got two in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Probably when Swerve lost. That might have been the worst thing, but the worst thing the group itself has done, I would say, like, how terrified they were of, like, Cope for no reason. They were, like, terrified of, like, the danger of Adam Copeland. It was like Mox was like, he can't win, this contender match and shit. And they had Mox play it up as he was like the most intimidating guy. He was fighting up to that point. And I really didn't like that, man. To me, that was some of the stuff I remember at least as the worst. But what about you?
For me, same as you, I do have two in mind. The first one being Orange Cassidy. I thought that feud was just absolutely just horrific. I just remember it being started with them pouring Baja Blast down his throat, and then FTR, the cleaning solution, and then FTR got involved, and then you guys know, they left him out in the cold, and Dex thinking about retirement. We all know the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. It was probably that or the stuff with Adam Copeland. For me, I would probably say the stuff with Adam Copeland for the same reason you mentioned, is just how fucking terrified and how much they would like run away from him as if he was like, 25-year-old Edge or fucking, 30-year-old Edge here again. So, again, they were so terrified of him, and it was just a horrible look for the group. The match was fucking atrocious. They wasted Christian's contract. Edge couldn't take the pin, and it was just it was Christian that ended up having to do the job, and I mean, it was just absolutely awful. And what would you say is the best thing that he did as world champion?
Genuinely, the first formation of the group, and then the last tonight, the very end. I don't know if it's the end of the group yet. It's obviously the end of, his title reign with the group.
Yeah.
But I'm sure, the group will continue on. But literally, the first night and tonight, man, when they choked out Danielson and shit, that was so goddamn dope, man. And then tonight, they looked fucking great, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. For me, the first night was awesome. The first night was awesome with them choking out Danielson. For me, tonight is again probably the best that I've seen him look since then. But like I said, the first night was great, but I think I will probably say above that would be Wrestle Dream when they retired Bryan Danielson and Darby was sitting there looking like fucking Batman looking over Gotham. So he, I mean, that night, because that was the night they like got the fuck out of Dodge. They threw the thing in a briefcase and like ran out the arena. That was pretty dope. And then tonight was awesome, man. Tonight, Moxley threw it all out on the line, bro. But it was not enough for Adam Page and everybody that was willing to help him take the title off of Mox. So, yeah, that was probably the best thing I would say he did, is probably that Wrestle Dream night, other than tonight. But tonight was in a losing effort, so I guess you can say. Say the Wrestle Dream main event was probably the best. So, yeah. Well, with that being said, if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know how the show works, man. Every single Tuesday, we are on here at noon Central with NHP Unscripted, and every Friday at 3 p.m. Central, we are on here with the news, man. If you guys did miss yesterday's edition of the news, that is episode 274. You guys cannot watch that live on all platforms. That is Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you're interested, first join us right here live every single Friday at 3 p.m. Central for the news, as well as you can tell, for AEW and WWE, we are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review, and we are obviously live tonight with the All In post-show review, and we will also be live tomorrow night with Evolution. Well, obviously we're not live with Saturday night's main event, but I told you guys we would mention some things if some big things happened, and it seems as if Seth Rollins has suffered some sort of injury. His match had to be significantly cut, and he was helped to the back after tweaking his knee. So I don't know. Obviously, I hope there's a bit of an update tomorrow, and we can mention to you guys, we could bring it up on the All-In review, or the Evolution review, rather, and we could bring it up there. Man, that sucks. Out of all the times for Seth Rollins to get injured, it's now.
Dude.
Yikes.
Injuries always come at the worst possible time. We'll see. I think we'll be able to talk more about it tomorrow because I feel like we'll have more information by then. But very interesting to see if how severe this may be, what they might do to have to alter this story. Man, I'm very, very intrigued to see how they go about this.
So I'm trying to look up the results of what happened with Gunther. I'm hoping that there's only one outcome possible there.
Oh, did it end already? I mean, I would think so. Match had to have been like 5 minutes. There's no way it wouldn't have been.
Yes, Goldberg had a retirement speech apparently, and it was cut short. The
feed cut off mid-speech.
Yes, it was cut short, but it looks as if he has lost his bout against Gunther. So That's good. That is only good news. That's the only news I wanted to hear. But yeah, it looks like Goldberg is now a retired man.
Look at that, man.
Thank God.
Thank God. So, rarely that was the most notable thing to come out of Saturday night's main event was an unfortunate Seth injury, so I think we'll have more information on it tomorrow. But man, I hope it's not that serious, dude.
Hopefully not, dude. Hopefully not, because that would really suck. That would really suck. Yes, Gunther did beat him by a sleeper hold, so that's really your only news coming out of Saturday night's main event, unless you guys want to hear about Jelly Roll, but I don't think
fuck that.
I don't think any of us really want to. So yeah. So also, if this is your first time watching and you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Link is at the top of this very description where you can find this beautiful piece of Notorious Heels merchandise live at the top of the description of this video, man. So thank you guys so very much for that. And if you guys haven't got a chance, go cop some merch, man. So with that being said, if this is your first time watching, guys, do not know who we are here at Notorious Heels. I'm Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man Sir K here. Sir K, please tell the people what you're smiling about today.
Well, I really can't tell you that one, guys, today. But I had a good day, man. Had a good day. It was very, very fun, enjoyable day, man. Love getting up for these a little bit earlier shows. And just love these shows, man. And overall, we'll get to it, but I had my gripes with tonight. But overall, had a good night, man. And I'm excited for the rest of the weekend, man. But I'm doing good. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? How's everyone doing watching the replay? What about you, bro? How are you doing?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. Had a very fun day watching some All In Texas. So, that was nice. That was nice. I could not believe my eyes that the show went 6 hours.
6 hours.
But crazy work. I thought we were going to be done around 7-ish, but Toni had other ideas. So yeah. Yeah, like I said, man, enjoyed the show. Obviously, we will get to it in just a second. Things I did not like, but there was a lot to like on this show. And overall, man, I would say they delivered a very, very good show. It was one of their better shows. I don't know. I would say this is better than Revolution, maybe. maybe close. I may take Revolution over it.
I think I would.
I may take Revolution over it, man, but it was definitely up there. It was between this or Revolution for the best show that they've done all year. So, I enjoyed myself, man. I did.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Yeah, this was All in Texas from Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. And I think AEW should do this again. And what I mean by that is do not go back to Globe Life Field. I mean, just experiment. Experiment.
Try new places.
Yeah, try new places, try new venues, go do other baseball was great. Baseball field was great. So maybe Toni, July, Wrigley Field or Comiskey Park. I think
go crazy.
I think would be very good for an all-in spot. A White Sox themed all-in would be pretty cool. Even though the red and blue, so I know they'll go with the Cubs. I know they'll go with Wrigley.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it is what it is. I get it, I guess. But I think that would be pretty tough. And again, don't just, I know you're going back to Wembley next year, but the year after that,
go somewhere different, dude.
I mean, again, you don't got to do fucking Wembley Stadium every year for All In. I mean, it shouldn't be an All In staple.
It should not be, dude. It should not be. Move it around, test the waters with it, man. Because I think overall it was a success tonight. I love the whole cowboy theme that everybody had tonight. Mm-hmm. It was cool. You could do that for any place you go. You could theme the whole show around it. So that's why you move shows around.
100%. So, was the arena full or no? The arena, I guess if you're looking at it from what the arena can hold, it obviously can hold 40K. AEW set up for 25K, which is obviously a lot smaller, but they did have a big stage and whatnot. Personally, man, I thought it looked great. Mm-hmm. I thought it looked nice and full. It looked like there was fans there, and when they had a reason to come alive, they came alive. Sometimes they were rather dead, but sometimes they were given Sammy Guevara, Daniel Garcia, and Dustin Rhodes on their screens. So, I can't necessarily blame them for that. But when they needed to come alive, they made a lot of noise. And it sounded good. And it looked good as well.
Most definitely. I think they filled out the arena pretty nice. And when they needed to, they made noise, man. There's obviously very quiet moments, but I don't blame them for half of those quiet moments, man. But overall, I think everything looked good tonight.
I agree. So, So, with that being said, as Durante always asks, I'm good. Family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell? Everybody in the live chat and everybody part of the Repay Mafia. My guys, JT and JB. Thank you guys, as always, for joining us for another edition of the post-show reviews, man. So, if you guys were interested in the 0 hour, the Sons of Texas, Dustin Rhodes, Marshall Von Erich, Ross Von Erich, and Sammy Guevara with Kevin Von Erich defeated Shane Taylor Promotions. Shane Taylor, Lee Moriarty, Charlie Bravo, and Captain Sean Dean with Anthony Ogogo and Trish Adora. Remember when Lee Moriarty was like
potential
cool as fuck?
Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Yep. He fought CM Punk on Dynamite before.
He did. Now he's doing this.
And it was a really good match. And now he's on the All in 0 hour fighting alongside Shane Taylor Promotions and has been for like the better part of 2 years. That's just wonderful. Please go to NXT. Apparently, yeah.
It hurt his knee.
Apparently he did. He did tweak his knee, man, and they had to cut their match early, so it does not look good for Rollins. So I don't know, man. That definitely sucks. It's crazy to me because Dustin and Sammy were in this pre-show match. So I wonder when exactly. Was it the middle of the pre-show where
I think it was the middle of the pre-show where they found out, or at least when the fans found out, at least.
Man, that sucks, dude. That sucks. So, with that, that was the other thing on the pre-show. The other thing, the big main event on the pre-show was Big Boom AJ
Hell yeah.
and the conglomeration. I didn't even know they were still a thing.
I guess they're still a thing.
And I guess holograms with them. Okay. It was Kyle O'Reilly, Hologram, and Tomohiro Ishii. With Big Justice and the Rizzler.
The Rizzler.
The fucking Rizzler pulled up again. With all of his fucking aura. Dude, Big Justice got muffed.
He got muffed.
Fell to the ground, looking like he's about to cry. So that was pretty funny. Nobody touched the Rizzler though. Everybody knows better.
Exactly. You don't touch the star.
Exactly. You don't touch a star. You don't touch a mafia boss. None of that.
None of it.
Keep your hands off the man. He came out there wearing a cowboy hat and jeans that were way too big for his little legs, and some cowboy boots. So the aura, again, was just oozing off the guy. So they defeated the Don Callis family. Harris Cerro, Lance Archer, and RPG Vice, Rocky Romero, and Trent Beretta.
Good Lord.
Good Lord is right. So that was that. Got a nice Rizzler moment at the end. And then the last match on the pre-show was FTR defeating the Outrunners.
Cool. Whatever, man.
Yeah. So we did not get a chance to watch Saturday night's main event. Not yet. I've heard things from it, but watched the show not at this moment. Not yet. So so yeah. But yeah, that was everything else. I was everything else on the pre-show, so didn't really watch any of that other than the Rizzler stuff. So to open the show. Okay, well, before we get to that, Tony, could somebody explain to me what we were thinking having the Ops versus the Death Riders open the show?
Let's have their most boring in-ring act, the Death Riders, open the show. What? Why would this open the show? Dude, this whole pay-per-view started off so goddamn boring. It was unbelievable.
Yes. This was, man, this was, I don't know what this match order was made out to be. I don't know what this whole match order was made out to be, man, but again, usually, and that's the thing with Tony. Usually, obviously we all know he saves the three biggest things for, the main event. We all know he likes to, get pay-per-view buys while the show's going on. So he likes to save the big matches for, while later in the show. I get that, but usually he's at least good at having something good open the show.
And something good did not open the show.
That open to the show was rather boring as hell, man. Yeah. It was rather boring as hell. So, to start us off here... No, not that one. Oh, yeah, it is that one. Okay. All right, let's move him out of the way. So, we have the open to the show. Bro, you have Joe, Hobbs, and Shibata, the Ops, versus Claudio, Yuta, and Baby Moxley, the Death Riders.
Why did this match was so generic and boring? It was a Death Riders match, and it was a boring match, dude. No stipulation to this, just a generic, simple trios match, and that's probably the worst thing you could have done here. So, it happened, and it was fucking boring to all hell.
Who in their rabid ass mind thought this would be a good fucking idea to open the show with? Like Sir K just said, man, AEW's most boring act, the fucking Death Riders. Let's open the show with them.
Makes no fucking sense, dude. I don't get that decision.
The match was rather boring. It consisted of Nigel McGuinness talking about drinking urine.
Dude, the commentary tonight.
Oh my god.
This AEW commentary team, it is so bad, dude. They just talk and talk and talk about the most random bullshit throughout every inch of this show. And it's fucking insufferable to listen to, man. Tony Schiavone don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Excalibur doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. They got into the mind of Taz, and Taz don't even give a fuck anymore. He's just laughing half the time. Dude, this commentary is so distracting. It takes away from moments sometimes. It's so bad, dude. It's so fucking bad.
These motherfuckers tonight, man. Like you said, when I tell you they just talk into just the most empty sentences and the most empty conversations known to man. I mean, dude, you got all this money, shelling out all this money for all this types of talent. You need to pay up on this damn commentary team, bro. Man, this commentary here is so fucking atrocious. I can't even describe to you guys, man, how insufferable this commentary is to listen to, man. I mean, it is just, again, Tony Schiavone's just saying random shit all night. I mean, all of them say random shit all night, but Tony Schiavone never knows what the fuck he's talking about. Taz is always fucking laughing at something for no good reason. Excalibur's talking out of his ass. He probably talks out of his ass in his fucking sleep.
Oh, he's got to. He's just in his bed. Tiaras.
Tiara? Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Tiaras again.
Tiaras. Like,
bro. Casidora? I mean, it is ridiculous, man. I've never seen a wrestling promotion that is as big as AEW so bankrupt in the commentary department, man. I mean, holy shit.
That commentary is so fucking bad, dude. It's so goddamn bad.
My God, that was horrible. Yeah, there was a random point in this match where Nigel McGuinness just randomly brought up, I can't even remember what exactly it was about. I think he was talking something about Gabe Kidd.
Yeah, he's something
and
about...
how something drinking urine. And I'm like, why are you bringing that up?
It was so bad.
What in the blue hell, man? This match ended with a muscle buster to Wheeler Yuta.
No way. Yuta was the one to fucking take the pin.
Yeah, well, definitely wasn't going to be the newest member of the Death Riders, apparently. Baby Moxley over here.
Yeah, fucking Mox Miller over there was not going to take the fucking pin, man. So, I mean, makes sense for Yuta, but still, why even have this in the first place?
Oh. So, afterwards, the Death Riders, being as dastardly as they are, they attack the baby faces. I don't know who would have guessed this would happen. Probably no one. But they attack the Death Riders attack the Ops, and Claudio wrapped the chair around Samoa Joe's neck and stomped Joe's neck down, where Samoa Joe will go off to probably be gone for a couple weeks while he films media or does media for the new season of Twisted Metal.
So, nice little fitting end to write them off, and can't wait to see how everything goes with that, man.
I just absolutely love how they're still the fucking trios champions.
Oh yeah, they are still, and he's not going to be here.
He's not going to be there. I wonder
Doesn't
if
matter.
Hook is going to step in, which should be interesting to see when Hook comes back.
If he comes back, we have no updates on Hook, whether his contract is up, it's about to be up, if he resigned, if this or that. We don't know nothing, man. And I don't think Tony Khan knows either. Or he does, and he's just refusing to admit something. Who fucking knows, man? But it's funny how they replaced, Hobbs with Hook. And this is the first time they had a title defense. And I think Hook, medically fine now, so he could have just been the champ the whole time, and nothing would have changed. Good lord.
Yeah, there you go. So I don't know if Hook is gonna be back, or like Sergey said, we don't even know if he's coming back. But yeah, so they're still the trios champions. Joe's gonna be gone. I don't know why they wouldn't just take the titles off them, but
who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. Logan says All In was very mid. It was an incredibly slow start. When it got good, I was so exhausted with how long the show was to enjoy the good matches. Yeah, he says Hook ain't never shown up.
I hope not.
I really hope not either. Yeah, the show. The show, like I said in the intro a little bit, man, the main event was absolutely that made the show. That absolutely made the show. That was everything they could have asked for out of their main event. Swerve and Will Ospreay versus the Bucks was probably
second on the show.
Was probably yeah, that was for sure second. Kenny and Okada got better towards the end.
It was decent.
Same thing with Mercedes and Tony. That picked up towards the end, but that had a pretty slow start to me too. But we will get into that. But yeah, so where were we? Yeah, so they stomped out Joe's neck, and yeah, Joe is away. Will we see Hook? I have no idea. Probably not. So.
Oh yeah, there's always way too many voices.
Oh yeah, we will. Oh my God, we will get to that. So that was that. That was the open to the show. Like I said, very just who made the decision to have that of all fucking things open the biggest show of the year? First thing out the gate, that's what you fucking see.
The Bull Riders.
Wonderful. The second thing on the show.
Talk about going long and boring. Holy hell.
Name that nobody cares about, after 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 name that nobody fucking cares about, after name that nobody cares about.
That whole middle of the match. How long was this match?
This match went 35 minutes.
Dude, you could have cut 20 minutes, like 22 minutes out of this match and been fucking fine, dude. I mean, holy hell. Fucking Beast Mordos, fucking, dude, just a bunch of random Ricochet, and then his whole little faction had a thing that had nothing to do with the match. There was it was just a bunch of useless ass shit, dude. Especially with who won. You could have just made this shit a nice easy few minutes, a nice easy 15-12 minute match, and called it a fucking day. This went on way too fucking long, dude.
Yes, ridiculously long. And a question about Jericho. Where is Jericho? Away. He was doing a tour. Now he's back from the tour and waiting for creative, apparently. If he comes back with anything that he was doing before he left,
it'll be unfortunate.
Then I really hope that he stays away.
Mm-hmm.
So the match opened up with MJF and Mark Briscoe as number 1 and number 2. Third out was Ricochet. I figured he would be in here because, Ricochet didn't have a match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Number 3 was Bandito. Number 4 was Takeshita.
How he wasn't in the TNT match that ended up getting changed, I don't know, but it is what it is. I guess. Not really, but...
Number 5, as MJF, you guessed it, is trying to demask Bandito. Number 5 is Mystico.
GOAT.
As, he comes out to a Spanish song, and nobody here knew it at all. There was probably like 5 people in the crowd singing it. However, Mystico's like hyping up the crowd. Meanwhile, you cannot hear anything other than what's coming over the PA.
And another thing about the production tonight, why were the theme songs so goddamn loud, dude?
Especially during that women's casino.
The women's, especially, it got worse the later the show went on, but especially with the women's casino match, holy hell, they were blasting some of those theme songs. Which, at the end of the day, I wasn't hearing any commentary, even though they were talking, and I'm fine with that. But, like, holy fuck, were those theme songs fucking loud.
Yeah. Mystico comes out, and Tony Schiavone, the fucking absolute cornball that he is, says in the just fakest, most it's just the fakest, corniest way possible, just like whispers. He just goes, he's got a real low tone in his voice. He just goes, the greatest.
The greatest. Fucking lame, dude. Lame as hell.
The greatest. The greatest. Tony Schiavone, you're the fucking greatest, worst commentator that I've ever fucking heard. You are the greatest name on the name of lists that needs to be taken off the AEW commentary booth.
You really are, man.
The greatest. Why are we trying to sell to our audience that Mystico is the greatest fucking luchador of all time? I mean, what? The greatest.
It's Mystico, man. Mystico is the greatest.
Not 30 seconds after this dork Schiavone called Mystico the greatest, he goes to springboard and falls back into the ring.
Just botches. He's the greatest, man. Greatest luchador to do it.
The greatest. The greatest. Hey, what's up, Todd? How's it going?
How you doing, man?
Mystico, the greatest.
He's the greatest.
So corny, dude.
That man especially is so corny.
Tony Schiavone for AEW. Yeah, when you see those workers standing in front of a business with like a giant sign advertisement that they're wearing.
Oh, that's 100% Tony Schiavone.
That is literally Tony Schiavone. For the greatest. Number, 6 I think we're at, is Rigid Alexander.
The charisma vacuum himself.
Why do I call him Rigid? It's because Rigid makes shop vacs, and he is such a charisma vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
Vacuum Alexander comes out. Him and Takeshita, being that they're in the same family, the Adam Cole family, they hit a nasty looking. So Josh like gorilla presses Ricochet, and Takeshita's on the top rope. He throws Ricochet in the air as Takeshita jumps and just caught a ridiculous knee right to the jaw, to the point where girl AEW production you see this moment where like Takeshita is like checking on Ricochet, and these idiots are still filming it. Like, dude, cut away. What are we doing, bro?
AEW production.
Number, what is this, 7? Is the 5-tool player Anthony Bowens.
Anthony Bowens. What are you?
Anthony Bowens. Yikes. Whatever number we're at, I've lost count. Roderick Strong.
Okay.
Next was Brody King. Big Bad Brody King, they call him. I call him the Big Bad Loser. Because, which is the saddest thing, because Brody's great, but...
Oh, he's dope, but he's...
that ovation... He actually got a decent ass pop when he came out there.
He did.
And he's a fucking glorified loser. Right. He's a glorified loser. Ridiculous. This gets better though.
Okay.
Sir K started really enjoying himself during this match when he found out. No, you did. You'll know when I tell you. When Sir K found out today. Brody King and Bandito are tight.
Yeah, apparently
they're fucking boys.
I guess they're just homies.
You didn't know that?
I did not know that.
Really?
They were fucking just random ass homies. Just random ass homies dapping up the whole match and just doing moves with each other and helping each other out. Guest commentary mentioned, they work together or they help each other on Collision.
They said.
Okay.
Tony Schiavone said they have a known track record as a tag team.
They do?
Even though Brody actually fucking has a tag partner.
Well, can't mention him, man.
Yeah.
He got, that cheap fucking ring or whatever he called it.
Yeah. Rolled my ankle on a shit ring.
Yep.
LOL. It was a work, though.
Oh, yeah, dude. Work.
So.
Everything's a work. Seth's a work. All it's a work, man. This whole business is a work. Dark Side of the Ring, Chris Benoit, all that shit's a work.
According to U.S. wrestling fans, they got an excuse for you as to why something is a work.
Every time.
Brody King and Bandito are boys. They are boys, and according to Tony Schiavone, they have a known track record as a tag team. News to me, bro.
Yeah, news to me. I don't ever remember them teaming together.
Me neither.
Maybe it was like that Super Luchador heavy, like 2 weeks of Collision. That might have happened. It could have been during that, I guess. I don't fucking know. I don't watch Collision. I'm not watching a fucking weekly wrestling show on a Saturday.
So, next we have the AEW return of Bo Dallas. Oh, sorry. Not Bo Dallas. Juice Robinson returned.
Why did that man shave his damn beard, bro?
Oh my god. Why did he shave that?
That man looks like a tall ass Bret Hart, dude. Why did he do that?
This man came out here looking like Bo Dallas and Bret Hart had a child. What in the world was that look? And then he like traded in his, he had like those baggy like airbrush graffiti jeans. He traded those in for like a singlet with some pants. I mean, so
no logos, not a single thing on that attire. Bro, look like fucking Talatonka, bro. Just complete bare bone.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with the look, but I'm happy that Juice is back.
Mm-hmm.
Happy to see him back. But yeah, I don't know what was up with that look, man. I don't know. This is like he lost a bet. Like he lost a fucking bet or something, man. So, I guess, Todd, you are right, man. Beard or not, he still wins.
Yeah, I guess so.
So
Yeah.
he does still win at the end of the day. So, hopefully his hopefully the time catches up to his facial hair though. So.
Hopefully.
So, speaking of news to me, while this match is going on, Toa Leona and Bishop Khan come out to help Ricochet. Apparently they're a group. Apparently they're running with Ricochet. I
guess. I think that happened like 2 weeks ago or something. I who cares?
And then the Guns, they come out to help Juice Robinson. And they all fight each other away. And the next participant was Kota Ibushi.
The GOAT. Let's go.
Man.
The ultimate doer, man.
Kota Ibushi. He's back.
He is.
He's back like he never left. He's back like he never left, man. We seen him on Dynamite a couple weeks ago. And he was there to fight for the aid of his good buddy Kenny Omega.
Good buddy.
And he's back here to win himself a world title shot. And next, if you guys wanted to talk a little politics, next was Beast Mordos. So
the ultimate goat in politics.
I think he somehow, whether he realizes it or not, has shoehorned himself into the politics of wrestling, and the politics of wrestling dating.
Look at that.
Because it got him a spot on All In.
It really did.
And the last one, mind you, they made us wait like damn near 5 minutes for the last participant. And the last participant was fucking Max Caster.
Who? You could have cut like fucking again like 15 fucking minutes out of this godforsaken match, dude. Holy fuck, was this match too goddamn long?
Max Caster, Anthony Bowens, good lord,
The stuff with like
Beast Mordos and Kota Ibushi, Josh Alexander could have all
just been straight cut,
been out of this match.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what in the world? This match went on for 35 minutes of an absolute bore fest.
Mm-hmm.
Max Caster comes out there, and the crowd was just deflated at this point, and I don't blame a single one of them. Mark Briscoe would hit, I think he hit a froggy bow on Roddy, and MJF would come in and steal his pin to win himself the match. You made us wait 5 minutes for Max Caster. Not saying that Max Caster had to win, but you made us wait 5 minutes for that. All for the guy that had been in there since number 1 or number 2 actually ended up winning the match. You could have absolutely cut this match in half. This match could have been a fun 20 minutes.
Yeah. Simple.
There you go. 35 minutes.
Holy hell.
Watching a bunch of names that nobody fucking cares about come out.
Literally.
God. So that was the Casino Gauntlet, man. Again, rather, damn near was a Job Squad Battle Royal. Again, this was like all the, this was like the Tony Khan Forgot About You match, minus
really
MJF.
Mm-hmm.
And Mystical, for some reason, the greatest. But, yeah. I don't know what this was, man. This was an absolute bore fest. At least last year at the men's casino, they had Ricochet come in, which was his debut. So that was like, oh, okay, this is a cool shock surprise. Nothing.
No debut. No nothing.
Kota Ibushi. Beast Mordos. All right. So that was that. We then have a backstage segment with Stokely Hathaway stating that FTR will be on commentary for the Hurt Syndicate's tag title match because they want next at the tag titles.
Okay. All right.
That turned into be a whole nother thing. Logan was talking about it. That means there was 5 guys on commentary.
Mm-hmm. FTR, Stoke, and then the 3 fucking normal commentators they have. Good lord.
Good lord is right. Next, we get Adam Cole as I thought, he was maybe just gonna come down there and, put the championship on the ramp or, set it down or something. He actually came down to the ring for a promo. As soon as he came out, you could see the tears in his eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, something just felt off. Something felt off about that whole announcement earlier in the day. We just randomly, you know what I mean? I mean, everything seemed fine with Cole.
It did, yeah.
And then, it just almost seemed out of the blue today. During the pre-show, we just hear, Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher is no longer happening as, Adam Cole's not medically cleared to compete. And I'm just thinking to myself, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck happened? So I was very interested to hear what he had to say. And what he had to say was he was dealing with some health problems. And he said he doesn't want to come out here and tell everybody that he's retiring because he's not in the right headspace. But he wants to thank all the fans because they're the best fans in the world, and he wants to thank everybody who's ever supported him. He then hyped up the show and said we got a bunch of action and a bunch of talent that is ready to give you guys one of the best pay-per-views. And he hugged his boys and did his Adam Cole baby. He did his boom, and he left. And on his way out, he embraced with Garcia and Daddy Magic. But man,
it sucks, dude. I hope everything's good. Hope he doesn't have to retire, man. I hope we'll probably have more information by Friday for the news, man. But I just wish him the best, man. I really do. That's horrible.
He has been a guy that has just had the absolute worst luck on the planet with injury-related stuff.
He has. He really has.
Especially in this AEW run. I know he's had a history with concussions, so I don't know maybe if one is back or I don't know exactly. Obviously he didn't really speak too much on it. He does not have to, but he did not really speak. He didn't speak too much on what exactly it was, man. But I mean, it absolutely sucks. It absolutely sucks, man, to see a guy like that announce that he's going to be gone for a long time. And man, I mean, when is Adam Cole going to get a fucking break, man?
Yeah, exactly. When is he?
I mean, again, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to see a guy with that level of talent either have the worst booking in the world or the worst injury luck in the world. And it just, again, when is the guy going to get a fucking break, man? It breaks my heart because he's obviously NXT alum. And obviously you guys know how much we love NXT. And he's one of the cornerstones of that black and gold era. So obviously he'll always hold a special place in a lot of wrestling fans' hearts, man. But I really hope he's okay. And I really hope he's all right, man. Obviously he said it's going to be long, so we know it's going to be a long injury, man. But it just really, really, really sucks to see this happen to him again with the injury bug.
It does. It really sucks, and I hope everything's going to be okay.
For sure. So, yeah, it was very sad to see. It was very sad to see, man, and it just breaks your heart to see all those undisputed guys embracing in a ring as if this could be the fucking last time we see Adam Cole in a ring. Like,
that sucks, man.
What the fuck?
Literally.
This guy was supposed to be the next Shawn Michaels. And it sucks. It really sucks to see that. So, I hope everything's going to end up being okay, man. But what wasn't okay was what they did next. And that was this.
This fucking this match.
God, this match was boring.
It was boring with a horrible, absolutely horrible outcome. First of all, what the guy who won the fucking match, I don't know why he was in the first place. Why didn't Kyle Fletcher win this, dude? And people are gonna say, oh, he'll get his time and whatnot, dude. This is AEW. The time is not of your value. You know, both Tony Khan and Triple H have time as their Achilles heels, but in the worst ways possible. Who knows if fucking Kyle Fletcher Kyle Fletcher is used in the fucking next few months, dude. Like, come on, we should have got it tonight, man. We really should have got it tonight.
Okay, first for me, man, Adam Cole goes out.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Fletcher's left alone. Your bright idea. Your bright idea is to have a fatal 4-way match, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I get, Kyle, he's obviously not facing the champion, so throw a couple extra names in there, whatever. Fine, I get it. These are the names you chose. Like, don't get me wrong, I get Garcia because he's around that whole scene and he's a Collision guy. He's been dabbled in with like Cole and Fletcher for a while, right? I know all these guys beef on Collision or whatever. Dustin Rhodes and Sammy fucking Guevara.
Like, are you kidding me?
That's what you have? That's your emergency plan? Holy fuck.
Like, dog, what are you doing here, dude? You couldn't, you knew before, kind of when the show started itself, obviously. Everybody found out in the pre-show. You could have took Ricochet and fucking Takeshita out of that Casino Battle Royal, or Casino Gauntlet, and put them here instead. That would have been a much better lineup for this. A much better lineup.
Yeah. I mean, and if you needed some baby faces in there, you could have threw like Bandito.
Yeah.
In there, you could have threw fucking
somebody.
Cody Bushi in there. Something. Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. Wow. And the match sucked.
It was so lame.
The match was rather lame. There was nothing to talk about during this match. Quite literally nothing to talk about until we get to the end. Because Dustin Rhodes and Daniel Garcia are trading roll-ups. And Dustin Rhodes rolls up and pins Daniel Garcia.
He won. Dustin Rhodes won.
And he pins the guy that should have fucking been long gone and left this place in the dust for WWE. Daniel Garcia re-signed to lose to Dustin Rhodes at the biggest fucking show of the year.
Get pinned by Dustin Rhodes.
Like, look, bro. If you want to give Dustin his flowers, give him the fucking ROH World Championship.
Exactly.
You give him the I mean, granted, it fucking means nothing, but you give him an actual fucking mid-card AEW championship that had Kyle Fletcher's name written all over it.
That title needed somebody like Kyle Fletcher, dude.
And I'm so fucking tired of hearing, oh, Kyle Fletcher's going to get his moment. Y'all said that when the Continental Classic happened. And then y'all said, well, Ospreay's going to be world champion next year, so he's going to, beat Will Ospreay for it. Doesn't
look like any of that's happening.
So how fucking long, and why must we wait so long to put the TNT title? I'm not asking for the world title. I'm asking for the fucking TNT championship.
Like, just let him get the fucking TNT title. Like, what are you doing here, man? Why? We're gonna have to deal with AEW television, and Dustin Rhodes is our fucking TNT champion.
Dustin Rhodes. How long are we going to continue to pump the brakes on Kyle Fletcher?
I don't get it.
And this is coming from a guy who did not like the Kyle Fletcher singles run at first. I am actively telling you, you need to put some type of title, or at least just do something with this guy. He doesn't get his moment for Dustin Rhodes. Now, again, I'm not trying to fucking hate on Dustin Rhodes or anything. I mean, he's an OG in the business. Like, again, if you want to give him his flowers, that's fine. First of all, he has 2 championships around his shoulder. I thought that would be giving him his flowers for just what he's able to provide on television at the moment. I think that's fine. I don't know why we had to go and give him the TNT championship, a championship that he's probably going to start an open challenge for and render the thing even more fucking useless than it already is.
Exactly. He's going to do the generic TNT Open Challenge. It's going to fail. And then Kyle Fletcher's finally going to win it. And people are like, look, he got it. Are you happy now? No, I'm not happy now. So that's so fucking stupid, dude.
My God. That is just, fuck, man. That is bad. That is, I mean, again, props to Dustin, I guess. I mean, he got his moment. I mean, that's good for him, but, like, what
Why?
the fuck? Like,
You're trying to beg Cody to come back or something? It's not going to work. What are you doing here?
I mean, the championship, dude, it had Kyle Fletcher's name written all over it.
It was, should have been Fletcher, man.
What are we doing, man? How long are we going to wait? I mean, what does he have to bring? Is he like their version of LA Knight? I mean, are we going to have to fucking wait 4.5 years to put the US title on him? Like, what are we doing, dude? I don't know, man. And again, I reiterate, poor Daniel Garcia. Jesus Lord.
This man re-signed to have the worst TNT title reign ever, and then get pinned to fucking Dustin Rhodes for the thing. Good lord. Good lord. Should have went to NXT.
And the funniest thing about the whole Daniel Garcia thing, they did this like moment at the end where like Sammy walks up to Dustin and he's like all pissed off as if Dustin pinned him, and then he gives him the handshake and hugs him. Why didn't he pin Guevara?
Yeah, he should have just pinned Guevara. At least you have a little something there.
Because then you would have had a whole reason or you would have had at least something that made more sense for what you did at the end of it, with Guevara walking up to him all pissed off and then putting his hand out, and obviously,
Yeah, we're boys, whatever. Like, so bad, dude. So bad. You know what's the worst part is, too? It's probably going to be Garvia. What the fuck? Garcia. That fucking cost Dustin the title later down the road. Ready for that feud?
If you ask me, just Zack Ryder this shit, bro. Just have Kyle Fletcher beat him on Wednesday for it.
Yeah, fuck him. You literally.
I mean, what is he gonna do with the TNT Championship? Tell me, please, somebody tell me what Dustin Rhodes is gonna do for the TNT Championship.
He's not gonna do nothing.
If Adam Cole didn't do anything for the fucking title, I know there's no shot in the dark that Dustin Rhodes does something for the TNT Championship.
God, no. No fucking way, dude. Dude, you could put Ricochet in this match and have him win, and it would have been 10 times fucking better than this. Mm-hmm. Like, what do you pick Dustin Rhodes? You have fucking a whole list of people in that mid-card division you could have went with.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, like you said it, but if they didn't have Speedball jotting around in a fucking tag team with Kevin fucking Knight,
Speedball would have been great. I would have took him.
Speedball and Kyle Fletcher on All In.
Give me that shit.
Fine.
Exactly.
That is more than that's amazing. That's incredible. That's a fucking incredible replacement. But you're too busy having him wrapped up in jet speed.
The dud of a tag team of jet speed.
My goodness. Yeah. So Dustin wins the TNT Championship. What he's going to do with it, nothing.
Literally,
I can tell you
nothing.
that right now. Hopefully he ends up dropping it to Kyle Fletcher.
Very soon. I hope so.
So that is that. That is everything for the Fatal 4-Way match. So yeah, there we go. And with that, before we move on any further in the show, we do have an official word from our sponsor here at NHP, man. W Energy. W is a clean formula loaded with vitamins and nootropics, formulated to improve focus without jitters. It is sugar-free, 0-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings, with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout to save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Truly. Always got to shout out W. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, man. Still got a whole weekend ahead of us. Still got a show tomorrow, Evolution. And you know, the way Triple H set it up, you'll probably need some W to stay up with us tomorrow, man. So try W. It'll keep you up, keep you energized, and it'll taste good all at the same time.
There you have it, man. So as always, thank you guys. Thank you guys as always thank you guys always, the great people over at W Energy, for being the official sponsor of NHP, man. So thank you guys. Thank W as always for holding it down. So, yeah, and you probably will need it for tomorrow, because I have a feeling that's going to be a snooze fest.
I'm terrified for tomorrow, dude. I really am. They set that show up to fail.
There's absolutely no way.
I'm only thinking about that triple threat tomorrow. That's all I'm thinking about, is that fucking amazing triple threat, and that's it.
Yeah, same. So, 6 hours is wild, man. They did 6 hours today. That's crazy work. That is fucking crazy work, man.
At least tomorrow will be 6 hours. I'll give Triple H a lot of shit, man, but thank God those shows aren't fucking this long.
Yeah. They're, 2 hours with a little bit of jelly roll mixed in it. So, the next match, as you can see, I have not seen the Bucks tweak like this since
since like they started the EVP thing.
Since Darby and Sting.
Yeah, that was probably the last like big match they had. That was a year, over a year.
Which was March of 2024. These are the nights where I can say, and I can talk my shit, give these fucking guys their flowers. They are the greatest tag team to do it. They are so fucking good. It is ridiculous how good Matt and Nick are, and how many flowers they don't get is also ridiculous, because this shit tore the house down, bro. This was fucking awesome.
Incredible fucking match, dude. From all guys, Young Bucks, best tag team in the world, no doubt about it, man. And Swerve and Will Ospreay, two individually phenomenal, best on the roster guys. We're here together, and the match fucking banged, dude. Fucking phenomenal showcase from these guys.
Fucking Bucks. Todd, I knew you were gonna comment, but I will talk my shit tonight.
Best tag team ever.
Bro, oh my lord. Now, don't get me wrong, bro. That EVP shit, I don't know what happened.
Oh, that shit fell off.
Oh,
hardcore,
Lord.
but,
I thought they had a ridiculous regression. But, dude, these guys can still tweak. Will Ospreay got an Assassin's Creed Shadows entrance.
very dope.
Which was very cool. He had like a bunch of fucking ninjas running around, jumping. They were like sword fighting with each other. And so he had a very cool entrance. He had his, he wears the Assassin's Creed like type of hood. It had like a lion on it or something like, or maybe it was a goat, demented looking goat. I don't know, but it looked really cool. It looked really cool. So his entrance was dope. Swerve. What did Swerve do for his entrance? Well, he got sung to the ring prior to him coming out.
It was that the what we'll get who sung it, but what she sung was his indie theme. It's by Shaka Khan. I think it's called "Ain't Nobody." I think that's the name of it.
Oh,
but that's his indie theme. Yeah.
Okay. Well, the person singing the song was none other than JoJo Offerman. Yes, Bray Wyatt's JoJo.
That's crazy, man. JoJo. Goated, man. Truly, that was awesome. That was really awesome.
That was really cool. She sung. She has a great voice. She's very talented. She was a great ring announcer. She performed while she was standing in front of her Trons were fireflies.
Very dope, dude.
So that was fucking awesome. And I like, the camera was walking up to her and I'm like, is that who I fucking think it is? I'm like, is that fucking JoJo? And sure enough, it was JoJo, man. So JoJo,
man.
JoJo pulled up to All In. I remember we did hear a while ago that AEW was like interested in like doing something with her.
Cause wasn't she like doing Collision for a while?
I think she did do some Collision tapings.
Yeah, I think she was doing some Collision announcing or like, announcing for a little bit. But it was really cool to see her here, man. It was really, really awesome to see her here. So she sung Swerve to the ring, well, prior to him coming out. Swerve came out, made for the most part a regular entrance. Yeah.
And then
talk about going on too long.
The Young Bucks, they came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
They came out like normal. And then they walked off to the side of the ramp, and then they got on what clearly was like some sort of scissor lift. That was disguised as a boat, as they were they had
the Delaware.
They were they were maybe they were crossing the Gulf of America to see El Grande Americano.
George Washington crossed Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe instead of using their theme song like George Washington did, if you guys know history, would have used his JBL speaker to play some Fetty Wap, man. So that's what these guys should have done.
What was he playing again?
He was playing again, actually.
Okay.
It's in the history books.
Yeah, makes sense. I think I remember reading about that. So pretty sure that's how it went down. But the Bucks did not have the JBL speaker,
unfortunately.
I have a couple good Fetty Wap tracks I could have gave them, but that's neither here or there. We'll worry about that for the next pay-per-view. So they are sailing around the crowd as Justin Roberts is reading off their next proclamation. So that was a long,
very long, again, just extending shit on the show tonight. It was cool. Riding a little boat, like George Washington did, because, they're founding fathers, whatever the fuck. But holy fuck, did it just go on too long. And that was tonight. That sums up all of tonight. It just went on all too long.
So, Yes, it went on absurdly long. But when they finally made their way to the group, or when they finally made their way to the ring, Swerve and Will Ospreay started the match. The Bucks were getting in a lot of offense in. They had to go to the outside and I guess kind of regroup. The Young Bucks would then, for the early part of this match, pretty much own these guys.
Yeah.
They pretty much own these guys, which was making me very confident that in the end it would be Swerve and Ospreay, because, you know, obviously the Bucks are the more experienced tag team. They're brothers and all that stuff. And Swerve and Will Ospreay, this is one of their, you know, obviously they don't team together every week. So these guys both hit what Excalibur called stereo sky twister.
What that is, I don't fucking know.
Every time they would hit a move together, like they hit Styles Clashes at the same time in this match, he's like, stereo Styles Clash. I don't know who taught him the word stereo, but I've never heard him say that until tonight.
I've never heard like simultaneously done things be referred to as a stereo. I was like, okay, thanks, buddy.
So they hit stereo sky twister dives. Will hit
weather equipment.
Yeah, it does. He like a storm chaser or something. Like they're.
I got some readings on this stereo sky twister.
So, Will dives onto the outside as Swerve dived into the ring, as you know that's where the Bucks both were. We then get this fast pace. This is where the match really started to kind of take off. We then get this fast-paced like sequence between these both teams where Nick hit a super kick on Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay tried to I think he tried to hit him with like a hidden blade. And then we go into these sequences, man, where Ospreay is trying to hit the Stormbreaker. Nick's getting out of it, and then Matt and Swerve got involved, and these dudes are all just trading house calls and super kicks and hidden blade counters, super kick counters, all this type of stuff. We then hit, Swerve then hit Matt Jackson with a house call, and he would go to go after Nick. Nick would hit him with a super kick, and then both of these guys would hit stereo Canadian destroyers on Will and Swerve. The crowd popped huge. This is where the match really started to kind of pick up from here. Mm-hmm. A little bit later in the match, they hit stereo double Styles Clash.
Stereo double style. Oh no, that's Michael Cole. My bad.
Stereo double Styles Clash of the Young Bucks. So we then get a near fall at that moment. We then get what was I thought Swerve and Will Ospreay's just tag team moves work ridiculously well together. We do. For sure. So they have Matt Jackson up for a Stormbreaker, and Swerve is on the top rope and hits a Swerve Stomp while he is on Will's shoulder, and then as soon as he hits the stomp, he immediately hits him with a Stormbreaker afterwards for a near fall, which I thought was great. Nick is on the outside of the ring, and he gives Prince Nana a super kick. Matt Jackson would then low blow Will Ospreay while he was in the ring, and the ref was distracted as they would hit. The Bucks would hit a Tony Khan driver on the outside to Swerve. Nick would jump in the ring and hit Will Ospreay with a hidden blade of his own. They would then pull off a more bang for your buck, the 450 backflip combo that they do. They would go to hit a EVP trigger, as while they were holding Ospreay's hands, he floated himself up, jumps off the ropes, and hits these guys, goes to hit these guys, rather. He didn't hit it, but he goes to hit these guys with a double Os cutter, as they were able to catch him, spin him back around, and get him back in position for the EVP trigger, as they would hit the EVP trigger on Will Ospreay for an amazing near fall. Will Ospreay, after he would get up, he would then finally hit his double Os cutter. Oh, no, my bad. I read the wrong thing. So yes, he would hit a double Os cutter for, he did not kick out. Swerve broke that one up, as Will would regain back to his feet, he would hit a hidden blade. He would go to hit a hidden blade on Matt Jackson. Matt moved, and he clobbered Swerve right in the face with a hidden blade. So, at this point, Will was kind of all alone, as Swerve was seeing the lights. Taz, after... I'm sorry. Taz, after... I gotta do it to you, bro. Taz, after Will hits Swerve with a hidden blade, the first thing that comes to his mind is to say, that was so deep. What?
That was so deep. What?
That's what you thought about when
he was deep.
So when you seen Will Ospreay hit his own tag partner with a hidden blade, that was the first thing that came to your head. Is, man, that was so deep. I
mean, you're just watching the show. You just turn over to your boy. Just, man, that shit was so deep. Like, what?
As Will realized what he did, he then got hit with a Poison Rana into a EVP trigger for a near fall. They would then quickly follow up with a Tony Khan driver to Ospreay for another near fall. They would then hang Will on the ropes and start rapid super kicking him. And Swerve would crawl in the way after his deep hidden blade that he took. He would crawl in the way and shield Will Ospreay. They would then kick. They would then start super kicking Swerve Strickland, and they would go to give Swerve an EVP trigger, and he caught them both at the legs. So he had a hold of both of their legs before they went to hit him, and this would be the perfect opportunity for Will Ospreay to hit a hidden blade of his own on Nick Jackson. They would then both hit their own TK driver to Matt Jackson for a near fall. That was another great near fall. Will would then hit a hidden blade on Matt for a breakup, as Swerve was trying to hold off Nick, but Nick pushed Swerve and himself onto Will, who was making the cover. And they hit Nick with some kind of move. It took him out, and they were able to hit a house call hidden blade combo to Matt Jackson, and Nick would try to go in the ring as they just hit his brother with the move, but Swerve was able to guard it, as Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland pick up the victory in this match.
Very good decision, man. Very, very good fucking match. And, EVP are no more for these guys, man. So very interested to see where the Young Bucks go television wise after this. And very interested to see where these two baby faces go, man. Especially after, the end of tonight. The baby faces won, man. So I wonder what tensions will arise after this, man. I wonder what's
Yeah.
next. I feel like in some way, like a lot of what happened tonight will continue into the next few weeks. Kind of just to like slowly ease off of all this, man. But it was great, dude. It was a great ass match, good outcome, and very interested to see what comes next for all these guys.
Yeah, man, this was great, dude. This was great. I absolutely just loved how much I really did, man. I loved just how great this match was, and what I also loved was the Bucks are no longer, this EVP gimmick, and that mixed with the end of this Death Rider stuff, it just really gives me hope that maybe there is going to be just a hard reset on AEW, and Tony Khan can hopefully revise everything and lock the fuck into what he's doing, man. So
I hope so, man.
me too, bro. Me too. Because the Lord fucking knows they need it. Lord knows they needed it for a long time. So, so yeah, man. I mean, I really hope that's what this means for AEW, and that's what this should mean for AEW, man. So, yeah, I liked it, man. I liked it a lot. This match to me, again, gives me all that much more of an excuse to talk my Young Buck shit. And matches like this are the reason why this tag team here, the Young Bucks, are my personal favorite tag team of all time, man, because the level of athleticism mixed with high stakes and the level of just care that I have, or haven't recently, but going into this match really reminded me a lot of just what I love about the Young Bucks, and just what I love about their in-ring ability and their in-ring talent. To me, is why they're, again, matches like this is why these guys are my favorite tag team of all time, because this was a fucking banger.
It truly was, man. It truly fucking was.
This was probably the best tag team match that we've seen all year.
Oh, I would easily say, man, tag team wrestling has been ass this year so far, man, but this has truly been a highlight in it. And it's a tag team versus not a tag team.
There you go. So yeah, the Bucks, like I said, are no longer EVPs. So I'm interested to see what that means for their gimmick. I wonder if they're just going to continue to do the heel but founding father gimmick, or if they're just going to do something completely different, man. So I'm interested to see. Again, this was easily the best tag match that we've seen all year, man. This was fucking phenomenal.
Very fucking great.
Oh
boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh fucking boy, is right. This women's casino battle royal deserved to be on AEW Rampage. And may I ask, where is AEW Rampage?
God. Canceled. Canned. Kafoot. Whatever you want to use. It is gone. So should this.
Holy fuck. What were they doing?
I will say, I liked the pacing better than what was in the men's.
This is true.
But, dog.
Some of the moments in here are just so absolutely fucking abysmal. I can't even describe to you. Okay, well, first of all, they were having... First of all, you have like... You legitimately had like 78 guys out there for the men's casino battle royal, or casino gauntlet. I keep calling it the battle royal. The women, you would have somebody be accompanied to the ring by another fucking talent. Just like, for example, Megan Bain comes out here with Penelope Ford. Ty Mello comes out here with Anna Jay. And Julia Hart comes out here with Sky Blue. And all three of the second women that I named were not in the match.
No.
Why?
They were involving themselves physically in the match. And it was, the ref's trying to get them out because they're technically not a part of the match. But, match is technically no disqualifications. So they could, and it's just, it was a fucking mess, dude. Don't know why you just put these women in the match, or if you just, I don't know. You could have done so much better, and you did this. It was so sloppy. So goddamn sloppy.
I mean, man, yeah, this was, well, let me see here. This one went on for 27 minutes.
Damn. Why were these so long? Each one could have been crisp 20 minutes.
You started off with Chris Statlander and Megan Bain. The third was Willow Nightingale. The fourth was Ty Mello with Anna Jay. We then kept getting Penelope Ford interferences, where Penelope is blatantly hitting Ty Mello and Anna Jay is just fucking standing there, just watching her slime her girl out. And she's just standing there. So she goes on the top rope, and Anna Jay finally decides that she's going to put a stop to this. So she walks up top, and Penelope just kicks her down. And she just just looks like an absolute fucking jobber. So anyways, what happens next is we then get the return of Harley Cameron wearing a face guard that has like cat whiskers on it. I didn't know who that was. To me, that looked like Thea fucking Hale. And I was like,
Thea Hale.
What? I was like, is that fucking Thea Hale? I'm like, what is she? What? And they're like, it's Harley Cameron.
I didn't fucking know that. Like, what?
They push Penelope off of the top rope. And Anna Jay is to her feet by this point. Harley runs all the way around the ring, stands beside Anna Jay, meaning she ran right past Penelope Ford to stand next to Anna Jay. And Anna Jay yells, Harley Cameron yells, because by this point Penelope Ford is up and they're just staring at each other. She says, "What are you doing?" And then there's a long pause and she just says, "You bitch." And then Anna Jay just says, "Come here." And then Penelope runs away, and the last thing you hear is, "I'm gonna get you."
Why? Why did any of that happen? Why? What did that do for All In? Why was that on All In? They went all in on just adding shit that did not need to be shown.
What was that, Tony? Dude, I mean, what was that? Who?
Who knows, dog?
That came off so horrible. It really just makes me think sometimes some of these women that AEW have on this roster should just genuinely not be on television.
No. Why is Harley Cameron there, dog?
What are you doing, you bitch? As Penelope, it does not click in her brain. We kind of look fucking... Actually, not just Penelope, all of them. All three of them. Nobody noticed we kind of just fucking looked stupid standing here. And Penelope, more specifically, should have been like, I'm the heel. Maybe I should just kind of take off. And if I'm Harley Cameron, why am I just running past her to just stare at her? What the fuck, man?
Horrible moment.
I guess that's what fucking happens when you don't go over your spots.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, that looked horrible. Thekla.
Tekla.
Well, yeah, Tekla. I always forget her name. Tekla. Tekla comes out. Next is Julia Hart with Sky Blue. Sky Blue's just damn near in the match.
She was literally just moving around that whole match, dude. It was fucking just put her in the match, but okay.
I don't know. Again, you had about damn near half the roster out there for the men's. I don't know why people are coming out to be managers for the women's one, but okay. I mean, it's not like you wanted to cut time because the fucking thing clearly already went 27 minutes. So, next is Queen Aminata. Okay. I guess that would make this Heart Aminata 4.
Truly.
Next would be Texas native Athena.
Oh. I didn't know she was from Texas, actually.
She is.
I did not know that.
She is. I think she's a Booker T school student. I think. Pretty sure.
I didn't even know his thing was in Texas.
It is. Next up was Thunder Rosa. And after her was Suri.
Shuri, I think?
No, not you, Siri. It was Sayuri or
Shuri, I think.
Shuri.
Yeah, I think it was Shuri.
Shuri.
Yeah.
All right. I have no idea who that is, but okay. And the last one was Alex Windsor, who is the fiance of Mr. Billy Goat, Will Ospreay.
That's hilarious, man. He's always talking about the missus. Finally got to see her.
Yep. She I think she was like a part-time pro wrestler in the UK. Either that or she just only wrestled over there. But she's in AEW now. And
that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, she was pretty good.
Yeah.
She was pretty good.
At all, so
yeah. So Chris Statlander powerbomb Megan Bayne onto everybody. That was a the final name was Mina Shirakawa.
Oh yeah.
So Mina ended up getting a eclipse. I don't even know what she calls it now. I just know it is the eclipse.
I remember the name. I have to look that up. Hold on.
So yeah, so she hit an eclipse on her on Mina Shirakawa, and she won the match. Athena won the match and won a future AEW Women's World Title match.
Look at that. I was so shocked.
Hey, man.
The O face. That's gotta be wrong. There's no way that's fucking right. I guess it is.
I'm gonna go with the eclipse.
Yeah, that was the eclipse. She beat her with the eclipse.
So yeah, she hit her with the eclipse, and she pinned Mina Shirakawa to win herself a Women's World Title match. Man, I thought I knew where the Women's World Title match was going, so we'll talk about that in just a second. But
very interested now.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to. I mean, I guess this is just gonna be maybe Toni's next challenger. I also don't know if they're gonna utilize the contract like they did last year, because last year it was treated like a Money in the Bank, but then it came out that they didn't like that. They didn't like that idea. They didn't really like the idea of the briefcase. So why they would do it like that again, I'm not really sure, but this is Tony Khan, so I'm not really sure about a lot of things with him.
He's never sure about things going into them when he starts things, so maybe he's not sure yet, man. I thought had ideas, man, and they could have done stuff tonight, with both of the winners, but they didn't. Very curious to see where it goes. Happy for Athena. Very glad Athena won, man, but very curious to see where this goes, man.
100%. So, yeah. And with that,
Got Mr. Off Key himself.
The Hurt Syndicate. The Hurt Syndicate, they actually had a really dope entrance. They had Cowboys themed tires.
Mm-hmm.
The silver and gold, or silver and, what am I talking about? Silver and gold, silver and navy blue. And they came out to a live performance from West Side Gun. Oh, God, what's the other guy's name?
It's like DJ H. It starts with an H, I think. Fuck.
An MVP.
I'll look up another thing.
So they came out to a live performance of their song. I think their song is just called The Hurt Syndicate. I don't think it's called We Hurt People, but you guys know the song. Smoke DZA.
There you go.
Smoke DZA and West Side Gun. As well as MVP. MVP actually performed his part. He was off key as fuck, but he did perform his part, man. So it was great. The crowd loved it. I liked the live performance of it. I thought that was a really nice touch, and I thought that was a great way to do it.
Most definitely. I love their theme song. The We Heard People part is fucking great. Again, MVP off key, but it was okay. And dude, the one moment in there of fucking MJF dancing at the very end when they finally got in the ring, hilarious, man. So great entrance from those guys.
That shit killed me, bro. Dude, that killed me when he was in the ring dancing. They came out first for some reason, and then we got the entrance of Jet Speed, and the Patriarchy came out last. So this match was rather uneventful.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to let Mike Bigley show out when you got that many other people in the match.
Yeah.
Again, should have put him in that. Why is he in a tag team, dude?
It's also worth mentioning, I really hope AEW does eventually really want to capitalize on Nick Wayne, because god damn, he's great for his age, man.
He's really great for his age, and he got, he had a really good moment after, the match, and we'll get to that. But man, he's good, dude. He's good. I hope they really use him.
Yes, for sure. So yeah, Bobby Lashley threw Kevin Knight up in the air and had him fall down on some steel steps. Nick Wayne hit a Wayne's World cutter to Mike Bailey on the apron, which looked pretty nasty. Christian Cage would then hit his frog splash to Kevin Knight in the ring for a near fall. Nick Wayne was on the shoulders of somebody, I think it might have been Kevin Knight, and got kicked by Speedball on the outside. He got kicked on the outside by Speedball, hit his head on the ring apron in a spot that looked rather
rough.
Very, yeah. So Bobby Lashley then starts a beef with Dax Harwood, because if you remember from earlier in the night, these guys were on commentary in this match. He muffed Dax Harwood, and Dax gets pissed. He goes to follow Bobby towards the ring. So both of the FTR guys hop up on the apron. Bobby pushes Christian Cage into FTR. Christian turns around and do a spear for the victory. And the Hurt Syndicate retain, and they walk off. So, like I said, man, the Wayne's World on the apron was pretty cool, man. But other than that, this match was just fucking like I said, just rather uneventful. It was
just happened.
It literally just happened. So after the match, FTR are mad at Christian because he hit them, even though Bobby pushed. Okay, I get it. We're trying to shoehorn here. I get it.
We got to shoehorn, but
so they're mad at Christian, and Christian gets in their face, and he goes to walk off, and Nick Wayne turns on Christian, the very same way Christian turned on Jack Perry.
Very cool.
I thought that was a really cool callback, man. Christian was like halfway out the ring. He already had 1 foot up. He was going to leave the ring, and Nick Wayne pulled him back in the ring and hit him with a kill switch. So, quite literally the exact same way he turned on Jack Perry. I noticed that instantly. And, they're attacking Christian Cage, and FTR is kind of just sitting there laughing, and Nick Wayne grabs a chair, and also, there were points in this match, Kip Sabian's hair is like, blonde. There were points of this match where I thought that Mother Wayne was like taking bumps because all I would see was the blonde hair, and I was like, wait, did his mom just catch him on a dive? Like, what in the world? But it was Kip.
It was Kip. Hilarious.
So they go to Concerto Christian Cage, and I thought they were gonna, for a second there, I thought they were gonna hit it and like maybe keep him out for a little bit. But before they were able to hit it, they actually hit the music for Cope.
Cope.
Cope is back in AEW, and so is Spike.
And, as his boy, as his, former best friend, is about to be concertoed, he makes his return to save him. He doesn't, run to the ring to help his boy. Mm-hmm. He runs all the way to the left, fucking mark out at the crowd, all the way to the right, marking the crowd, doing his full entrance, gets in the middle of the fucking ramp and does this whole pyro camera shot. Goated. I love when fucking wrestlers are going in for the save and they gotta do their shtick. When Jeff did it, it was hilarious. Penta just did it back on Monday, and we got it again, dude. I love when that type of shit happens. It's always hilarious.
Yeah. No, for sure. So yeah, he makes his way to the ring after doing his whole entrance with all the production shots included. And he chases off FTR, and he chases off the Patriarchy with Spike and a couple of spears and a couple Spike. Or a couple spears and Spike, I mean. And he's in the ring, and Christian has his hands up. He thinks Cope is going to slime him out, I guess. And he puts his hand out, and he helps Christian Cage up. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, they're going to do the moment already where, like, they hug and everything's, all well and fine. And he grabs the mic, and he tells Christian, now, if you remember those old promos where Christian told Copeland, when he originally brought him the idea of teaming with him, Christian told him to go fuck himself.
Golden moment.
And Cope told Christian here, go find yourself.
Damn. Dope. I love the way they did that.
I really love that a lot. That is obviously a very long term. That is a very long term thing that they have going there. It would have made. I know this is. I know this is all in. So they wanted to bring Copeland back here. If it would have made a little more sense, if they actually hit the concerto and then continued to
attack them,
continue
like Dynamite.
Exactly, continue to attack them type of thing. But I didn't mind it. I didn't mind Copeland coming out here because I understood it was all in, and plus it is his boy. They've been best friends since they were kids, so I don't know. I guess it's sort of a thing where either way he's gonna help him type of situation.
And another thing that I think people are kind of forgetting to realize is FTR are the ones that took him out. canonically like a month or two ago. So obviously he was also coming back in that moment to not only, save his friends, but to also get his lick back from the guys that took him out and that he was returning from.
Mhm.
So obviously I think that's a big aspect of that too.
100%. 100%. So I liked it a lot, man. I like Copeland coming out here, and instead of telling Christian to go fuck himself, he told him to go find himself. So
Exactly.
I like that a lot. That's a nice change of, I guess, where they stand. And, it was really no question to me that these guys, obviously weren't going to repair this or whatever. Or it really wasn't, it was,
Wasn't a magic swipe of the wand. We're all up their buddies again. Let's get this tag match going.
that's what I'm glad for him. That's what I'm glad they didn't do. Because there was a moment there where I thought,
They were just gonna hug.
there was a small piece of me that thought Copeland was gonna tell him to like go fuck himself, and then they were both gonna laugh and hug and be like, "Oh boy,
you got me."
That's what I didn't want to happen. Like, I thought he was just gonna tell him, go fuck yourself, and they were both gonna laugh and be like, "You asshole!" Or he was gonna hug him, and I was just like, I was not ready for that. That needs to be built up, but I like how he left. He left him after he helped him up, told him that, and then just kind of left him there.
Yeah.
And that was it. So again, I was very scared at one point that these guys were going to hug and everything was going to be all fine. That I would have had a problem with, but the fact that this is not all, it's not prepared or it's not repaired at all.
Exactly. Yet. They're not a team yet. He literally just came back in that moment, got his lick back on FTR, and told his friend, at the end of the day, that's his best friend. He's not cool with him right now, so he told him to go find himself so he can be cool. I liked it. I liked the way they did it, and I'm excited to see. I'm usually never the biggest Copa guy, especially in AEW, but I think this might end up being some of my favorite work of his in AEW. Is working with Christian and getting that down pat. So I'm actually very excited to see how this goes on Dynamite.
I hope it is.
I hope so, at least.
Yeah, I really hope it is. But yeah, I liked it. It does. There's obviously a little part of it that does suck that the goated Christian Cage heel run is finally over after, what's it been? 3 years?
Yeah.
3 years as a heel, man. So sucks that it's over, but on to new stuff. So seeing him in Copeland team again should be interesting, and seeing this whole story unravel itself should be pretty interesting as well. So
most definitely.
So the next match was the start of the triple main event.
Triple main event. Wow. Toni.
Wow.
That man Tony Khan. He was fed up. He was fed up with the allegations, man.
He really was. He must have really been.
I'm not gonna sit here and take this fucking shit.
He really was not gonna sit here and take this fucking shit anymore.
Like the last time where he actually did just sit there and take it.
We just talked about it on Friday. He was asked questions about Mercedes' creative control, and I don't know, I guess he got tired of everybody assuming that she had creative control in the company and that she was making herself win all these matches. Mercedes Mone took her first loss in AEW.
Look at that. Didn't love the match itself, if I'm being honest. It was fairly boring. The end was pretty good, but most of the lead up to that was pretty boring to me, man. But the fucking Toni Storm won, dude. Holy shit, was I shocked. Especially, in Toni Storm's entrance, she's mentioning, could be the last time, the last, showcase, all that. Very shocked, dude. Very fucking shocked.
Yeah, Mercedes came out with some cheerleaders wearing all of her belts. and she came out in a lowrider wearing a robe that had everybody's name that she beat.
Except Stephanie Vaquer.
I need to see a still image. I really want to see all those names. I know I've seen Britt Baker's name on there, but I will have to go back and see whose name was
missing.
Yeah, I want to see who's missing on there. So, yeah. The entrance was cool for Mercedes. I liked it. Like I said, she came out in a little rider, and Toni Storm's entrance it was basically a short film of an old lady who's broke down and can't really walk anymore. She's walking with a cane. An old lady searching for her last showing, her last ovation. That was the word that was used in there was, will she get her final ovation? And so to me, the writing was on the wall. Mm-hmm. You got Toni Storm talking about the last ovation and all this stuff, and I immediately went to, got it. This is the last ovation for this, for the title reign. So she comes out wearing a cane, and then there's these big dramatic dung. Mm-hmm. And every time one of those would happen, she would drop the cane, and then she would throw her hat off, and then she would throw the trench coat off, and it was a cool entrance. They did new Titantrons for her, kind of similar to what she did in Mexico with the lady in red kind of thing. Thought it was dope. Mm-hmm. The match gets started, and not too far into the match, Excalibur gives us some very detailed insight on the match. He says, get your pen and your notepad out. This is very useful information that I just needed to hear during the match. Mm-hmm. He says, Mercedes needs more than a spanking.
Okay. All right. She's a bad person, I guess. Needs more than a spanking.
Wonderful. Wonderful, Excalibur.
Thank you for that line.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks a lot. Luger helps Toni Storm throw Mercedes Mone off the apron as he puts Toni on his shoulders and runs with her. And Toni is holding Mercedes' head and throws her off the apron. He is then holding Toni Storm in his hands, and Mercedes hits a Meteora where she just blatantly kneed this dude in his fucking face, bro. She kneed poor Luger right in his face, and then she breaks the poor man's glasses.
Damn. How evil.
Mercedes hits a moneymaker for a close near fall. The middle portion of this match went 24 minutes.
Damn.
The whole middle of it, this was, I think, the worst it got with just commentary, just talking about the most random shit that did not have anything to do with the match whatsoever,
dude.
And as a viewer, it took out of the match a little bit for me, because commentary should be talking about what's going on in the match, not the difference between cables and ropes.
That's actually not a rope. It's actually a hard steel cable. What? What are you talking about that for, dog? What are you talking about in general? That commentary is so bad.
And they would continue to go on for another 10 minutes about just the most random shit on the planet. What the fuck are we doing here, man?
Fucking very bad commentary.
You are billing this as the greatest women's match of all time, yet commentary can't give two fucks about it.
No, they're talking about the ropes and the steel cables and nothing. And random shit.
Toni Storm hits a triple pile driver on Mercedes Mone for a near fall. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. When she did that, It was confirmed for me. I was like, oh, okay. She kicked out of 3. She kicked out of 3 pile drivers. She's winning the match for sure. 100%. No questions asked. She's winning. So Mercedes goes for a roll up. That would, result in a kick out. She would hit a statement maker on Toni Storm. Toni was able to get out of the move. Toni would then regain some offense, put Mercedes on the top rope, give her a kiss on the lips, walk up top, hit her with a pile driver from up top, and she fucking beat her.
Dude, the shock in that living room of just...
I was just like, oh my God, she fucking beat her.
She beat her, man.
Mercedes, and before the match started, we were all talking about, when is Mercedes going to inevitably lose? My guess was All In next year was going to be, they were going to...
The big loss.
Yeah, that they were going to finally build somebody up. Either that or Tony Khan was just going to pick and choose somebody he liked that month and decide to go with them, right?
You know how he does it? No.
It happened this year.
It just happened. Just straight up just happened. And I was like, wow. Did not expect that, man. I love it. I'm glad they went with Toni. I think it's very smart you continue her reign. And very, very shocked to see where things go. What does Mercedes do after this, man? And I could see, her being written off TV for a little bit. What does she do next, man? I don't know.
I don't either. And the fact that Toni Storm won this, it was a good call. It was the better call, being that Mercedes already has a championship. But I'm interested to know, how long did Tony Khan have it in his mind that Toni was going to win this? And curious. If it was a long time, and if he knew the whole time, which I doubt, but if he did, why the fuck didn't we just go with the Jamie Hayter match?
You would have had just the easiest layup in the world for All In, man. If you just went with the Jamie Hayter match, man. I don't get it. You just still had Mercedes being built up to this. But no, man, and I'm very interested because now, when Athena won that casino gauntlet, we were all in the room like, oh, yep, obviously Athena and Mercedes setting that up. And now they're setting up Toni Storm and Athena, which, you know what? I have no idea what could happen from that, and that's intriguing to me. So I'm very excited to see how that could go, man. I think I saw one picture of them in NXT at the same time, Toni and Athena. So I'm interested to see, where the story can go, man. I'm very, very intrigued, man, because I have no idea, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, and I will say the one thing that did come out of doing this match was, I will say, man, you did offer your audience a match that was legitimately unpredictable.
It really was.
You did that twice here with Hangman and Moxley, and I gotta give Kenny, actually, too, the Kenny match. I mean, that was rather unpredictable as well. I thought Kenny was gonna win, but I do like in your triple main event here, you did offer, actually, also with the Bucks and Swerve, I will say.
Yeah.
All the big matches, all the matches that mattered on this show, you did offer a unpredictable outcome, and that I can really fucking appreciate, because a lot of times we watch WWE shows nowadays, they just go with the predictable outcome, which is not always bad, but in some cases it can be bad, and in some cases it could just be rather boring or safe.
Exactly. I mean, even with the bad, shocking option tonight, they have Dustin Rhodes, the fucking TNT title. Would have never guessed that shit.
Yeah.
Which is, like, everyone had Kyle Fletcher. Going back to that match, I know we're going back to that. Mm-hmm. Kyle Fletcher, everyone had him. Dude, it would have been dope to have Ricochet in that match and win it, dude. He would have been such a fucking asshole. It would have been great, man. But, like, all throughout tonight. You had great shocking moments, dude, or great shocking like ends to matches and winners, and I think that was a really big positive tonight with All In.
Yeah, for sure. So Toni Storm defeats Mercedes Moné, serves Mercedes up her first L in AEW, and I like it. I like it a lot. I like that. Again, she lost. She does not carry all the fucking championships. Was this the greatest women's match of all time?
No.
No, this wasn't even the greatest women's match in AEW.
No.
This wasn't even the greatest match in this wasn't even the greatest women's match in AEW this year.
No. This wasn't even the greatest women's match of the weekend. Because, I mean, tomorrow didn't happen yet. And I'm sure at least one of those matches will be better than this one. Probably the triple threat.
Hope so.
God, I hope so.
I really hope so, man. So, rather slow start. And again, commentary really needs to be held accountable for those kind of things. I mean, you need to have Toni in their headset telling them when they need to shut the fuck up or get off a certain topic that is just, or stop saying things that are just completely fucking stupid and have nothing to do with anything.
Just rambling about random bullshit during matches, dude. It's gotta end. It's gotta end.
It really does. It really does, man. So Toni wins, and I'm very happy with that outcome, man. I'm very glad that they did that, and I'm very glad that they went all in on Toni Storm and decided to just pump the brakes a little bit on Mercedes. I think it's something that was very needed.
Exactly, I think it was.
So, yeah. What else we got here, man? What else do we got? The next match.
The goated match.
The AEW Unified Championship. Kenny versus Okada. This match was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. And I'm not saying that because it's a bad match. What I'm saying is, I really anticipated them, and I was correct, that they would come out here and work a very Japan-based style, which to an American audience can be boring.
It can be.
Right? A lot of people can see an American, or a lot of people can see a Japan style in America being boring, right? Japan style is very focused on strong style, right?
Yeah.
So you're slower paced, but your hits are very hard, and they're very loud, and it's more so, meant for, a quiet crowd, because, Japan crowds are quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So what they did here in the beginning, I thought was a very Japan style, and I thought it was just very, rather slow. Again, not that it was bad, it was just a slower Japan style. I don't want to say it was bad. Towards the end, though, that they really picked it up. They really picked it up a lot, and I really liked a lot of the counter sequences that were, happening here. And overall, man, I did enjoy the match. Thought it started a little bit slow, though.
Most definitely. Before I get on to the match itself, Kenny Omega's entrance. Okada had a pretty normal entrance. Kenny had a special one, man. He had like a whole like druid of like, I'm guessing Final Fantasy like themed hooded guys, and then a dude, singing the song of the the final. I keep trying to say Final Destination, Final Fantasy, theme song, man. Don't love it, but I thought it's still cool. I think it's fine. But the entrance itself, dude, this man had a giant like cut in half version of his Omega logo, and they put it on fire as he was walking through it. Flames, it was literal flames, dude. Great fucking entrance, cool ass moment. And onto the match. I thought the match was good. I did expect that slower Japan style, which don't love, but I also don't hate. I would definitely take that slower Japan style than like a slower like technical style. If I had to pick a slower style, it would be, you know, more of that Japan style. At least they get those hard hits in there, man. But thought the match was good. It was fine. And then it really picked up in the end, man.
For sure. So yeah, Kenny had, like Sir K said, he had the live entrance, and he had a the, you know, flaming Omega logo. Very cool. Okada started the match by working Kenny Omega's gut. Right? he was obviously working the diverticulitis area. So Kenny, in the earlier part of this match was hardly mobile.
What are you laughing at, man?
This
you know,
guy.
You always ask me what I'm smiling about. What are you laughing at?
Nothing, dude, nothing. So yeah, he could barely pull off most of his moves. Not to mention, Kota Ibushi was ringside for Omega.
Where was he?
As he was like crouching down, so you could he was kind of like a hippo peeking over some water. You could like just see his eyes. So, while Kenny was on the outside, Don Callis starts hitting Omega. Let me stop right there. Don Callis is a manager that at first I really fucked with.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot. Honestly, man, nowadays he kind of just rather annoys me.
Yeah.
He's like, not only is he fucking involved with like every member of the roster, he constantly, like, he's too much of a focal point during matches. He is.
Like, he's half the match, half the time, and it's fucking exhausting. Like, I
It
get
is.
he has beef with Kenny. We've been dealing with it for like 3 years now. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, it's quite annoying. Again, a guy that shouldn't even be factored into this feud to begin with was the whole reason that Omega ended up losing this match. So I don't understand. I don't know. He kind of, the Don Callis character, everything they book him to do is just fucking annoying to me nowadays. And again, at first I really liked him a lot. I thought he was a good manager, but yeah, I don't know. Nowadays it's just annoying. So these two, it went on a decent little back and forth there for a while. And Kenny would then hit a Terminator dive on the outside to Okada. He would go for a dragon suplex, which was countered into a couple forearms before Okada hit one of his beautiful, famous drop kicks. Okada would then slowly walk up the top rope and hit an elbow drop. He would then slowly walk up the fucking rope again and hit another elbow drop. He continued to work the stomach area of Omega. Kenny would then regain some offense and hit a power bomb into 3 V-triggers on Okada. As JR, who was now on commentary starting at this match. Nice to see JR back, by the way. I'm glad he's cancer-free.
Always.
He says that Okada has a face full of shoe polish. JR, do you want to explain to me how he has shoe polish from getting hit with a knee?
Who knows, man? Who knows?
Kenny hits a dragon screw off the top to Okada. He then hits a V-trigger and goes for the one-winged angel, which gets countered into a tombstone from Okada. A spinning tombstone, that is. When Kenny would regain offense, he would hit a V-trigger again. Or he would go to hit a V-trigger, sorry. Okada would go to hit a Rainmaker. Wait, no, I was reading the wrong line. My bad. Yes, he would hit another V-trigger before Rocky Romero of RPG Vice was out there.
For some fucking reason.
And he would then get dealt with by Kenny Omega's golden lover, Kota Ibushi. Okada would then hit a Rainmaker, but he was met with a knee instead. He was met with a knee by Omega, as Omega would go to he would hit a one wing angel on Okada, and Don Callis pulls the ref out of the ring. He even kicks him on the back. Another ref would come down, and Omega would go to hit another one-winged angel on Okada. Okada would slip off his back and hit him with a Rainmaker. He would then punch Omega in the stomach. Omega would follow that up with a V-trigger. Okada would follow that up with a drop kick of his own. These two would roll each other up for a close near fall as Don Callis damn near jumped in the ring. And Kenny looks over at him, gets distracted for a second, and then gets hit with a Rainmaker by Okada for the win, as Okada beats Kenny Omega in their first AEW match.
Crazy, dude. Did not expect Okada to get the win here, but love the match, or like the match. Really good ending, and very shocked by the Okada win. I'm very curious to see where they take this whole unified title shit and what they really do with it under Okada. Even because he's still with Don Callis and all that. I really wonder how they're gonna do the aftermath to this, man, because I'm kind of a little concerned, man, but not mad at the Okada win, just very, very unsure of where they're gonna take this.
No, for sure.
What you laughing at?
For sure. I was of the thinking that Omega definitely was going to win this match, but the fact that Okada won is, it is what it is. It's not, it's not too big of a deal. I just thought Omega was going to win. And I'm interested to see if this is going to be their first match or their last match for a minute, and they're going to save their second match for another big show, or if this is just going to be a full-blown feud on AEW TV from now on. Maybe they carry this into Forbidden Door, being that, New Japan is where, all this stuff started with these guys. So
wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I'm interested to see, I'm interested to see where this goes and how. And this fucking guy, man. I'm interested to see where this whole thing goes. And like I said, if this is just going to kind of be, if this was just Tony Khan's excuse to get his Omega and Okada match, or if this is actually going to be a full-blown feud. I would assume, being that Don Callis damn near cost Kenny Omega the match. But like I said, dude, Don Callis, it's just if you wanted Okada to beat Omega, he could have just beat him clean, and vice versa. These guys have faced off 4 fucking times already, and they've both beaten each other. So
it's
you didn't need Don Callis to fucking help Okada beat Kenny Omega.
You really didn't, man.
So I don't know, man, but that was this match, and like I said, I thought it was a bit of a slower start. You could tell the crowd was definitely not in it, but as things picked up towards the end, these two really started to cook. So I appreciated that, man. And Okada is the unified champion. I could and also, do not be shocked, and this is the reason why I asked the question, are these two just going to drop each other, or is this going to be a full-blown feud? It's just interesting to me, because with Okada winning this, I could just really see them dropping this whole feud, because they want Okada to go and win the C2 again, so he can break the tied record for the superstar who's won the most tournaments and or whatever it is, and Okada can officially be known as the greatest tournament wrestler of all time. So, for Tony Khan to add to his stat sheet. So, that's what worries me, I will say.
Most definitely. Very worrying. I really wouldn't be shocked at that. Tony Khan loves stat padding, man. So I really wouldn't be shocked, man. I really wouldn't be.
No, not at all.
This dude, he's just laughing at random stuff, man.
I'm not laughing.
So he's laughing. Don't ask him what.
The main event. Oh man, this main event. I highly doubt. I highly fucking doubt, man, anything is gonna be better than this main event all week. I would be absolutely floored if something on tomorrow's show was better than this.
I really would. This match was everything that, the whole... You good?
Mm-hmm.
No, this match is everything. You gonna laugh after you said you're good.
I'm good.
No, you ain't. But, trying to think.
Mm-hmm.
This match is everything like the Death Rider should have been the whole time. It's just this badass, brutal, and intense, turned up to 10 group at all times. And that's what this match was, dude. It started off, literally the first thing I think they did was the fork stabbing. Maybe this guy should get stabbed, because he keeps laughing.
Way to combat me laughing. Just stab him.
Maybe I should go grab a fork. But, no, this match was really fucking great, man. Incredible match. Incredible end. Incredible end to a very horrible overall story, man. But, dude, This match was on 10 the whole fucking time.
Yeah, these guys did not take their fucking, what's the saying? All gas, no brakes with it.
That was this match, dude.
Yeah, that was this. Hangman came out to this, like, it was like, this lady was like whistling, and she was really fucking good at it. I wish I could fucking whistle like that. I actually can't.
I can't whistle.
I can't whistle with my hands. I could kind of whistle on my own, but
I can't either.
But anyways, so he got like one guy was playing a guitar, the other lady was whistling. It looked beautiful, and it was these cinematic shots of Hangman pretty much walking around Red Dead 2 as if he fucking lost his horse and he just had to travel by foot. But he was like walking into just the sunset, and it was him walking up to, a horse saddle, and I thought he was going to come out on a horse.
I thought it was too.
Yeah, I thought he was going to come out on a horse, but when he grabbed the saddle, he looked away, and then again, it just showed more of him just like walking. So Hangman comes out, and what I originally thought was a fuck up was not a fuck up, because they film the heel tunnel, and they're filming it, and then they do this really fast and obviously very blatant cut. And I thought it was a fuck up, so I started laughing. And this guy, he had a lot to say tonight, but one of the things he said, obviously, I think is actually that was how that was supposed to go down. Is
the other stuff too?
They're filming. Huh?
Nothing.
They're filming.
Glad you didn't catch that.
They're filming the they're filming the one tunnel, and because he's been coming out as a heel for a year and a half now. So they obviously do this fast cut, and they're Adam Page's walking out of the babyface tunnel wearing white gear with like a sunset pattern down each side, and it was a beautiful attire. And then he had like a brown like coat with tassels on it. It was one of my favorite Adam Page attires I've ever seen. That was really fucking dope.
Exactly, like the white cream colored pants with like, it was like a tapestry of
Yeah.
like a field on the sides of it, dude. And then like, the brown jacket with the tassels. Fucking phenomenal gear and dope ass entrance. The way they did that, man. Loved the way they did that, man. I thought that was really fucking cool.
Yeah, it was amazing, dude. It was amazing. It was a great entrance. He had a cool entrance for Double or Nothing too. I don't know if you guys remember like the neon desert entrance.
That was sick as fuck.
That was another cool one too. So, the Death Riders, their entrance
was fucking sick.
Was fucking dope, bro. They came out in this giant truck that was like rusted, but it was like clean
cool.
Rusted.
Yeah.
Like it was like
purposely made to look like an old rusty truck.
And the grill of the truck was lit up like green. Looked dope.
Super dope. It had the huge like smokestack exhaust in the back.
I was gonna say it had like the exhaust pipes that came up and you could see like smoke coming out of them. I don't know. I guess fucking Claudio got his other truck repoed or something, so they had to use this one for the show. But they make this just badass entrance, like legit as fuck, badass. They just pulled up in this fucking cool ass truck, and fucking Excalibur's just gotta fuck it up for everybody. This motherfucker goes, they're pulling up in this big gnarly truck. Way to make the moment not fucking cool anymore.
What a gnarly truck. Not, that's a badass truck. Not, that's a very, intimidating entrance or something, dude. It's very gnarly.
Jon Moxley's choice of vehicle to ride into the death. Something.
No, I think he just watched Surf's Up and was like, that shit is gnarly, man. Good lord.
What the fuck, dude? He's pulling up in a big gnarly truck. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Get this fucking guy off commentary.
Please.
Regardless, all jokes aside, it did not take away from the moment. It fucking was ridiculous, but that was a badass entrance. The match gets started, and Hangman damn near immediately starts, because Jon Moxley went to stab him with a screwdriver, and Page moved and he stabbed the turnbuckle pad cover, and Adam Page got him in like a triangle choke and started stabbing his fucking head with a fork.
Man, stabbing that, literally just stabbing the shit out of his forehead, dude. Instant blood.
Yeah. So Moxley's rebuttal to this was to grab a string of barbed wire and start digging it into Hangman's forehead, which you could literally see.
The skin just being moved.
Oh, you could literally see the barbed wire just like stabbing him right above his eye. It was speak of the devil, it was fucking gnarly. All right.
Gnarly, man.
Like his truck. So Moxley walks over, makes the security guy get out of his seat, grabs his chair that he was sitting in, and just fucking throws it on the ground. He didn't even use it.
Well, that's new evidence in the lawsuit.
Yeah, Jon Moxley is not a man of
production,
of workers' rights.
He is not, man. No wonder him and Punk didn't get along.
I know.
Even though, Punk didn't really do himself no favors, but we'll get, that's a different day.
So he then walks over and grabs he grabs the actual chair he was there for. Listen, that's
kind of the whole point of commentary, is to listen, and they're the voice of the match. You know what I mean? They're supposed to be integral to the match.
They are,
and when they're bad, you notice it, man. And fuck,
I'm sorry, I want good commentators. I want people that actually make me more excited and make the match even better. So
back in like 2018, we had nothing but talk about how like much Morrow did to help this moment and make this moment.
yeah, they're important.
And now we do the opposite because half the time it's just dumb shit being said.
So, so he actually goes and grabs the chair that he's actually trying to find, and it's the barbed wire chair, and he body slams Hangman on the chair. Hangman gets up, and classic Excalibur, he says, swing and a miss with the barbed wire chair.
He's about to fucking kill this man with a barbed wire chair, swing and a miss.
So he swings and he misses, and Adam Page grabs the chair out of his hand, goes to hit Moxley with it, but Moxley big boots the chair in his face, and they showed an up close image because obviously they could have very well shot around that to where his face didn't get any close to the chair. Dude, he legitimately big booted the chair right in the man's face, and you could see it hit the whole left side of the man's face. Just brutal. Yeah, it was. Ooh. He then tells Marina Shafir, "Get me the glass." So Marina Shafir pulls out a bucket of busted wine bottles. And Moxley starts pouring it. He starts pouring it in the ring. He then stomps it with his feet and then starts grinding it with his hand before he picks it up and walks it over to Hangman and starts grinding it in his face.
God. Just brutal, man.
Golly. So as they are standing above the glass, Adam Page tries to get Moxley up for a deadeye on the glass, and he starts... Moxley counters this, gets to his feet, and puts Hangman in like a slingshot position, but starts dragging him through the glass on his back before he hits Page with a pile driver on the glass head first. So good God. Adam Page goes to attempts to get a little more offense in before Wheeler Yuta comes out, and it was because Page grabbed barbed wire and wrapped it around his fist. Mm-hmm. So Yuta comes out, he hits Page with a chair, Page no-sells it and forearms Yuta in the face with
the barbed wire wrap.
With the barbed wire wrapped around his fist. So he then finally hits Moxley with a deadeye in the glass. Claudio and Yuta. Wait, my bad. I lost my positioning. Okay. Sorry. So, damn, I lost my position. Crazy. Okay. Yeah, so he hits him with a pile driver on the glass. Okay, sorry. Wheeler did not come out yet. He then hits a suplex on the barbed wire to, I think, Moxley. And then, dude, they set up these two chairs. Oh. They set up these two chairs, bro, and they're, sitting where it's the flat end. Page is on, like I said, he was, trying to suplex Jon Moxley. And Jon Moxley counters him with scraping barbed wire across his back. So Adam Page gets off of the top rope. Moxley's up there celebrating because he thinks he just took him out. But what Hangman's doing is he's turning the chairs around so it's pointy side up. And Jon Moxley has no idea. He ends up getting power bombed right onto, damn near crucified on these chairs.
Brutal fucking spot. Straight to the spine.
I'm sure that, like, legit hurt, but Moxley sold the shit out of that. And the craziest part is I don't know that was 100% a sell. That could have very well been a shoot, because
genuine ass pain.
His back, when I tell you his, oh my God, this man was absolutely fucking folded on those chairs to the point. Looking at his face, unless he's like ridiculously good at selling, which again, with a spot like that, I'm sure a lot of that's real ass pain. He looked like he was in real ass pain. He looked like he had just gotten fucked up for sure.
100%.
So now Adam Page grabs the barbed wire to put around his wrist. And Wheeler Yuta comes out. Like I said, he hits Adam Page. Page eats the chair shot and hits him with a forearm with the barbed wire wrapped around his fist. He hits Moxley with an Angel's Wings, Christopher Daniels move, and he goes on the apron to hit the buckshot, and Marina gets up on the apron. And she gets up on the apron and tries to stop him, but he hits her with a Death Valley driver through a table that was set up on the outside by Marina and Jon Moxley. I actually really like, one of our other buddies kept pointing it out, but I really liked how Marina was used here tonight. She came off very useful. She came off as if she was helping Jon Moxley rather than just being a dumbass manager that just fucking stands there.
It just looks at their friend getting their ass whooped.
Yeah.
Loved her involvement. I thought it was great. She was very involved and active in helping.
Yeah. So he hits her with a Death Valley driver through the table. And he gets in the ring. Hangman gets back in the ring and sends Jon Moxley. They had that barbed wire chair. It was set up in the corner. And Jon Moxley gets sent face first into said chair, and he turns around into a dead eye in some glass. This time Wheeler and Claudio came out, so him and Yuta started attacking Page on the outside. Will Ospreay would come out to the aid of Adam Page, and Will would then be met by Baby Moxley, Gabe Kidd.
Mox Miller.
He came out there and he hit a pile driver on Will Ospreay on the outside, and Claudio wrapped the chair around his neck and stomped him, just like he did to Samoa Joe earlier in the night. So I'm assuming Ospreay will be getting a couple weeks off too.
Yeah.
So we then get the Death Riders just standing there as they're watching Jon Moxley and Adam Page figure out who's going to suplex who on all these barbed wire tables on the outside. And it ended up being Moxley, the one to get the upper hand and suplex Adam Page onto the barbed wire tables. He then gets Adam Page in the ring, hits him with his Gotch-style pile driver, and gets him in the Bulldog choke. He puts him in the Bulldog choke for, what he thought would be the end of Adam Page, but Adam Page rose to his feet about twice, two times of Jon Moxley trying to keep him down. We then get a video playing over the, playing on the Tron, and the video is somebody, clearly, we obviously know who it is, but We didn't see the person yet. Somebody's filming themselves at the top of the world. They are looking around, and all you see is mountains. The man turns the camera around, and it's none other than Darby Allin. He tells Jon Moxley, I'm coming back down, and I'm coming back down to take everything from you. We then see the most famous luchador of all time, not Mystico, but the Blue Panther.
Hey.
He jumps in the ring and starts immediately just giving work to the Death Riders. Like,
great work.
Whooping their ass, bro. So, if I'm a betting man, I think we all knew this, but I think we'll be seeing Bryan back.
Oh, fuck yeah. He's good.
So, yeah. So, he takes off the Blue Panther mask, and it is not just any Bryan Danielson. It's general manager Bryan Danielson. He had the short hair, but it was like kind of long.
The short, like a little bit over the fucking forehead.
Yeah.
It's literally the general manager cut.
That was
Hilarious,
funny.
but fucking great seeing him again, man. I'm glad he's back.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good, man.
He looked real good. He was moving amazing.
He was for sure. So Bryan's out there, and as Bryan is, worrying about the rest of the Death Riders, Darby Allin starts rappelling down from the top of the arena, or the top of the stadium. He rappels down, and he lands right on the ring apron, where he's staring right at Jon Moxley. As he's staring at Moxley, Adam Page hits a buckshot on Moxley, which then leads Darby to run over and hit a coffin drop on all of the Death Riders. And him and Bryan would then chase all of them off. And Adam Page would then hit a Deadeye to Mox on the outside. And they were at count number 9, and Marina Shafir finally got up and helped Jon Moxley to his feet. So Hangman pretty much had the match won there if it was not for Marina Shafir. As they're staring at Hangman in the ring, the Bucks come out and they super kick Hangman and they give him an EVP trigger. And Hangman manages to get up. So
Insane near fall right there, man.
Dude, there was a small piece of me that thought, like, oh my god,
he just lost.
So, which then we would be having a whole different review here.
Oh, I'd be so mad. It'd be great.
So Moxley goes over to Marina Shafir, who's still on the outside, and he tells her, "Go get the belt. I'm going to fucking make him taste it." So Marina Shafir goes to where the championship is stored under the timekeeper table. She goes to walk away, and she realizes that she's handcuffed and she can't move. What is she handcuffed to? She's handcuffed to a chain. And none other than Prince Nana comes out from under the table and starts hitting a swerve dance right in front of her face as she can't move. And as all this is going down, Swerve comes down from the ramp, and he has the very same chain from that segment that, Hangman dropped the chain in front of him and left it there on Collision. Swerve grabbed that chain, and he was using it out there. He was using it, and he hit the Bucks. He hit the Bucks in right in the head with it, so that took them out. And he then passes the chain to Adam Page in a moment that got a great reaction from the crowd, obviously. So Hangman, going with what he knows how to do, he wraps the chain around Jon Moxley's throat, like he did back at Revolution in 2023, and he throws Jon Moxley over the top, but Moxley, he's been in this situation before, man, so he countered it, and he immediately got back up on the apron, tried to give a little more offense to Paige, and Paige ended up giving him a buckshot on the bed of nails.
Oof.
Paige would wrap the chain around Moxley's neck once again, throw him over the top rope, and there was that just amazing shot of Jon Moxley
Just like grasping.
Just, he's grasping for dear life. Again, commentary even pointed out in a fucking actually rare good moment from them, they pointed out that, panic had set in for Jon Moxley, because there was the point there in the beginning of it where you could see he was grasping, but he was kind of eating it. But then there was like, after he was in it for a certain amount of time, you can just see in his face the panic that set in, and he was kicking his feet. I mean, he's trying everything he can, but he could not take it anymore, and he tapped out. He tapped out as Hangman ends the Jon Moxley title reign as he ends the Death Rider era in AEW.
Man. Insane match. Phenomenal sequences. I loved the Bryan Danielson involvement. I love the return. Glad to see him back. Another return. Glad to see Darby back. Love the way they did that. And that swerve moment, dude. Fucking insanely phenomenal moment between those two, man. And that led to the end of the match, which was just fucking phenomenal. The fear and just fear on Moxley's face when he realized he lost. Fucking great, dude. Great end to this match. Great match. A phenomenal match. Match of the weekend already. I'm sure of it. Great match and great end to what wasn't a great story overall, with the Death Riders, man. But it was a great end in itself, man. Phenomenal fucking end.
Yeah, man. This is at least an early competitor for one of the matches of the year. This here was absolutely tremendous, man. I mean, these guys knocked it out of the park. I was originally very scared for this match because it was just billed as a regular match, and I knew that probably wasn't going to work out. So when they made the change to Texas Death, I immediately knew that this was going to be an insane main event. And they fucking delivered, man. And it's the end to what was a very bad title reign and a very bad main event scene for a while with AEW, and I'm just so glad we're out of that with the Bucks losing their match, with Moxley losing his match. I just really hope this can be a hard reset button for AEW and what they do moving forward. As for Bryan being there, it was nice to see Bryan, and it was just nice to know that he's okay health-wise, at least okay enough to be physical and to do suicide dives and whatnot. And then Darby Allin is back, and I obviously he's not going to be able to take the championship for Moxley, but I still like that they were able to have enough sense to give him purpose, and they they did a good enough job, like I said, to still give him purpose and even give the Death Riders maybe a little bit of purpose still going forward. With now they obviously have a gripe with Darby because
one of the reasons
he cost Jon Moxley everything. So Darby will get the championship eventually. I wish it could have worked out to be him, man, but at the end of the day, timing didn't.
It just didn't align.
And it aligned very well for Adam Page, though, and I'm just very glad that Adam Page was the recipient of this, because this is another really cool notch on the Adam Page story as a whole. They did awesome. Again, this is an early contender for match of the year, And I thought they knocked it out of the park, man. They did a tremendous job, and just this main event made the show.
It really did.
Along with the tag match, man. And like I said, this is a hard reset for them. And I really hope they can do a lot better moving forward with a different guy at the helm, and with just different with somebody who's a little more capable of just being in those main event spots every pay-per-view, man. So
exactly.
Yeah. The match, the match though was incredible, man. I know a lot of people don't like this, sort of style, this, death match or whatever. They say it's indie garbage or whatever. Sure, if you're doing it on a random Wednesday in some buttfuck town, sure, you have a point, man. But here,
it fits.
Here in the main event of All In, if you look at how your crowd was reacting to that, you can't fucking tell me they didn't do something right. So
exactly.
So yeah, man, I thought it was great. I thought it was great, man. It was a gnarly match, as Excalibur would say.
Very
just
gnarly.
Like the truck. It was very gnarly. But yeah, it was great, man. It was great. I loved it, and I'm so excited for just an AEW reset.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited for them, man. I hope they can take this Jon Moxley experience and learn from it, man. So and again, was the Death Rider story horrible? Absolutely.
Oh God.
But man, that moment of Jon Moxley and the boring champion that he was, one thing that did play to him being boring was the fact that everybody wanted to see him lose the championship, which in turn made this moment all that much more special because the fans wanted it so bad. And when they finally got it, you just see that place erupt. And those are the moments that those are only the moments you can ask for your main event of All In. So
exactly, dude. Phenomenal.
Yeah. So, hey, man, that was everything. That was everything for your All In Texas 2025 official show review, man. Like I said, AEW, please do this again. Take this elsewhere. Bring it back to Texas in fucking 6 years. Do this thing again. Bring it to California, Chicago, New York,
New Orleans. If Tony Khan was real, next year's All In would have been in New Orleans, but it was too late. He already locked in London, so
I don't know about that. They can't do pile drivers over there.
Oh yeah, can't do pile drivers.
That ain't working.
They'd be fucked. Yeah, never mind. They can't ever go to New Orleans
unless he's ready to pay out the ass. Because I know WWE had to for the Undertaker.
Fuck.
Yeah,
stupid rules. I mean, isn't there like a no bleeding in like New York rule too or something?
It's somewhere like that.
It's New York has like some like violence rule. I think it's like no blood or something. It makes no fucking sense. It's so stupid.
Sorry, yeah. So, yeah, that was your All In review. Like I said, man, you guys catch us here tomorrow for Evolution. So the weekend is not done yet. We got to talk some WWE tomorrow. So hopefully that show turns out, but we will get back to you guys on that tomorrow. And yeah, so thank you guys so very much for rocking with us, man, talking some All In. We appreciate you guys, man. Thank you to everybody who popped out in the live chat. Thank you to my guys, a part of the Replay Mafia. Thank you guys so very much for joining us, and it's been always a pleasure. From I, Johnny.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it for your All In Texas 2025 official show review, man. Like I said, overall, it was a good show. Just started really slow and really boring and really fucking long.
Really long.
But yeah, man, with that, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all tomorrow night with the Evolution post-show review.
Peace.